I like the fact that it's a really versatile medium, that you can, you've got no restrictions with it. You can create lots of organic designs, but you can also create a really structural designs as well if you want to. You can mix it with all of your different techniques. You can mix it with polymer clay, with kumihimo, with macrame, and it's just so versatile. You can just do so much, and there's just no limit with it.
Join jewellery maker and specialist guest designer Debbie Bulford for a fun and relaxing day discovering the addictive appeal of chainmaille. This workshop is ideal for beginners of this art form. You will be guided through a range of beginners' weaves and learn how to create your own Byzantine bracelet and earring set. The full course includes a pack of 200 jump rings, a toggle clasp, a pair of shepherd hook earrings, the chainmaille tutorial DVD, use of all relevant tools, a buffet style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a chance to meet the presenters, and take a visit to our gem museum. All this for just $74.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Hello everybody, welcome to Designer Inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. My name is Rebecca Redican and I am joined today by the ever so gorgeous Fleur. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Very good. What have you got for us today, lovely Fleur?
Some beautiful chainmaille pendants and chainmaille bracelets as well. So yeah, we've got lots of nice new weaves.
New ones?
Yeah, some new weaves to learn, so hopefully. Yeah.
Are these pieces that can be made by newbies?
Yes, oh yes, definitely. Yeah, there's not that, there's one that's a little bit more difficult, but not too bad at all.
So, but it's something for everyone.
Lots of things for everybody.
Fab, fab. We have got lovely Fleur with us all afternoon, so if you do want to ask her any questions, feel free to. The number is 60777. Give us a text in or just get in touch on jewellerymaker.com if you so wish. And you can ask Fleur anything you like, jewellery related, of course. So many treats for you today. I'm so super duperly excited because I have got a trio of opal coming up for you in a little bit. I know I've got that coming up for you in a little bit, and what I will say is the quality is astonishing and I love the price point as well. So you've got 3 different types of opal coming up for you in a bundle. I've also got a huge amount of cabs. It's my last lot of these, so not got many at all. Low quantity, low stock, so if you want them you'd have to be quick. But look at how many we've got. Absolutely loads of them in here. We don't have as many as we normally would have, so if you do want them, they'll be coming up. What time are they coming up, producer Liam? Approx. Just so I can let everyone know at home. We might do them in the 2nd hour, might we? In that little half-hour switch, Mabes. Okay. Okay, we'll do them then. So I've got all of that coming up. I've got some absolutely exceptional pearls, which you don't want to miss out on. And I have the wonderful square jump rings as well, which you love, don't you?
I adore them.
You adore them. And that is going to be Fleur's beautiful challenge today. Let's get started, shall we? Enough of the yapping. Let's get on with it. On my T-bar. It's rare that I can kick off a show with a one locational gemstone. I mean, extremely rare. But today is that day. Oh my goodness. You'll have seen Larimar before, I hope, I presume. If you haven't, what I do need to point out to you is it is a one locational gemstone, which means it only comes from one area. The one area that it comes from, I've actually got a map for you. So there it is. It's in the Dominican Republic, as you can see, and it's that small area there where you can see the star. And that's where we get this gorgeous, gorgeous Larimar. Now, it's only that place in the world that we have ever found this stunning, stunning gemstone. And that's really interesting, isn't it? Because when you think about one locational gems, you're probably thinking about tanzanite, aren't you? You're possibly even thinking about mookaite. This is a beautiful blue one locational gem, and it is so, so special for numerous reasons. Number one, think about another blue one locational gem, tanzanite. The mining area for that gemstone is approximately 16 square kilometres, isn't it? So 16 square kilometres mining area. The mining area for this is 1 square kilometre. So the tanzanite mines, which we all know, you know, tanzanite is rare, it is going, gone. 16 square kilometre mining area. This gemstone, approximately 1 square kilometre. So tanzanite mining area is 16 times larger than this. That goes to show how rare this is, doesn't it? And actually, you can have a tour. You can go to the location itself and have a tour. And if you are to do that, what I will say is, if you do it, don't buy the Larimar there, because boy, oh boy, those prices. If you're used to buying from us here at the wonderful jewellery maker, then you'll be used to our prices on Larimar. You'll see the price that's about to come up and the fact that this is a one locational gemstone and I'm going to bring it under £40. So you're going to be used to that. But I tell you what, if you go and shop at the mine, once you come out, you can buy some pieces of Larimar. You will be spending hundreds of pounds per carat. So with 75 carats worth, you will be paying way over £1,000, way over £1,000 for this. Because you're a captive audience, aren't you? We aren't like that, of course. We don't take advantage of the fact that you're at our mine and you've had a look around and we hike up the prices. We give it to you at the best price we possibly can. Your price today for a one locational beautiful blue gem, that's a should be price. You've not seen this price before. You've seen this price that you've seen on screen now, £35, well, $34.95. You've seen that price before because that's the price it's always been. That's the price you've enjoyed this gemstone at. But today, because we're opening the show, we're going to drop it. We're going to take the price down. We want you lot to fall in love with this even more. So we're going to take the price down. £24.95, £10 straight back in your pocket on the first product and designer inspiration. That's giving you an idea of how today is going to go. It truly, truly is. Plenty of you coming in. Do not worry, lovely ladies and gentlemen who have already purchased this. Everyone pays the same price. And think about it, it is spectacular, it is unique, it is individual. The mining area is 16 times smaller approximately than that of the amazing tanzanite. You've got to think about that rarity. You've got to think about the fact that you cannot get this in any other area. And then we're taking £10 off. What would you do with this strand, lovely lady?
I would put some pearls with it. Definitely put some pearls with it. Maybe even some yellow gemstones, some citrine or something like that, because it's such a nice, happy colour. It reminds you of where it comes from, because if you had no choice, if you didn't even know where it came from and you could say what country does it look like, you would say it looked like some Caribbean island. And that to me, the two colours there are just stunning together with some pearls, I think, or even just by itself, because like you said, Larimar has got a huge price tag everywhere else in the world.
Massive.
So just to have it by itself, just to even have just one bracelet and a ring. Beautiful.
Absolutely. It is special, isn't it? It really, really is. It used to be known as the Amethyst stone. Prophet from the Dominican Republic and from that area, a very renowned prophet, believed that that area of the Dominican Republic used to be part of the lost continent. So it did used to be known as the Amethyst stone. And I love the idea of that, because For some reason, that almost is depicted in every single one of these. It's got mystery, it's got character, it's got depth. £10 off this, congratulations you multi-buyers. 75 carats of your sky blue Larimar, yours today with £10 off, just £24.95. Congrats everybody. On the side, yeah. Talking to my producer, sauce. This is Fleur's challenge. Are you excited?
Very excited.
Now, we kind of gave you an option a little bit, and you were so excited about these. A joke was made that you were going to put them in your handbag and run.
Yeah.
Why do you love them so much?
They give chainmail a whole new dimension, because obviously chainmail is made with round wire and it sits together. When you use the square profile jump rings, they sit in a different way, so you can make different types of weaves and they look completely different to what they did in the conventional round wire jump rings.
Yes.
And I love the colours that we did in them, that we've got in them.
Got a big variety, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got you the silver and gold today, and these are the flattened look. So this is going to be the challenge. So let's have a little look at these. They are your square cut anodized aluminium. You're getting 100 of these, and the jump ring size is 7 by 4 mil. You've then got the same colour, same shape, 100 again, but these are 13.2 mil, so getting larger. And you have the in-between size of 11.5. Then moving on to the gold, and you have got your 7.4. You've got a repeat actually of the silver that we had earlier, so 2 packs of those ones. You're also going to be getting 100 of your 13.2 in the gold, and you're getting 100 of the 11.5. So you're getting 800 in total so far. Are you? Okay, cool. So you're getting 800 in total, I'm being told. It looks like 700 to me, but one of them's 200, is it? Oh, really? Which one? Oh, I've not got that one, that's a shame. No. You are getting 800, I'm being told by my producer. It looks like I might be missing a bag, because mine all say 100 on the back. So anyway, you have got yourself around 800 metres worth on here that you have got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the different varieties that we have. This is your square jump ring collection. There's loads of you already coming in for this. It's going to give you a different effect. It's going to give you different look. It's going to give you a different feel. Your price point today you're going to love. That's what you've all bought it at. Multi-buyers bought it at that price. You probably didn't expect that we were going to drop the price of this. Well, why? Why would we drop the price? We hardly ever have them in. When we do have them in, they're so popular. But we are going to drop the price today. That's pretty special, isn't it? It's not £20 and 65 pence. This is a bundle for you to have a lot of fun with. Got to be quick though. £14 and 95 pence. What do you think of that?
I had 2 kits on a designer inspiration about 2 weeks ago, and both kits sold out in 2 weeks, in 2 minutes with those, because they're so popular. And at that price, I'd be buying 3s and 4s of those, because once they're gone, they could take a long time to get back in, and they are perfect for Christmas pieces because they give you that chunkier look, and you can do a big layered, very nice with your scale mail as well, with your scales,
yeah, good.
things like that.
Yeah.
And they're light, because they're aluminium, they're lighter than copper. So they're nice and light to wear. But yeah, I love working with them.
Oh, absolutely fab, isn't it? They are beautiful. Can't wait to see what you're going to make.
They're very sparkly. They're really sparkly.
They are serious high shine, aren't they? So £14.95. Your names have gone up in screen twice. Triple buyers on this. There's absolutely loads of you getting your hands on it. A couple of guest designers are getting their hands on it if they check out. Lots and lots of you getting your hands on this. That is going to be lovely. Fleur's challenge, and we will have a look at those later. Did you say it's gone? Oh, once everyone checks out, me and told it's a goner. But nay, you worry, my friends, because I've got an alternate colour. This I'm feeling is a bit vintage, it's a little bit steampunk, it's a little bit, well, bang on trend right now. It is your black and copper and antiques bronze, I'd say. Let's have a little look. You have got bronze. You've got 100, a pack of 100 of the bronze, and these are 7.4. You've then got your black. You right there, Cass? Yeah. Do you want help? No. 11.5 with the black. 100 again. You've then got 100 of the 7.4. 100 again of the big ones in the back. 13.2. And then you've got your bronze again. 13 by 2. So you've got similar sizes in the different colours. Now, these are a beautiful colourway, aren't they?
They are.
They are really funky, aren't they?
They are.
They've got 600 of these here. And your price point today should be, that's what you've all bought it at. Everybody's got involved at that price point, of course you have. Because it's a really funky selection of colours. We had to see it. Size is fab. Names have gone off my screen already. How many of you have already got it? Can you believe it? £9.95. What do you think of that price?
I'd buy quite a few packs of those because both colourways in both packs go together then. So you're not stuck to just the one colourway. So your gold will go with your black beautifully, silver with your copper. You can mix it all up and just have really like different looks of the colours. Make the jewellery look different ways as well. So again, the black's not as high shine as the silver, but it makes the silver look even more shinier if you mix the two bundles together. Now, I'd definitely be getting quite a few of those. But I'm here now. I can't. And nobody's watching.
No. Well, there are. Look, loads of people watching.
If my mum's watching, my mum could buy them for me if she wanted.
Go on, that's a casual hint, isn't it?
For Christmas.
She'd have to be quick though. There is 34 left and 22 people on the line apparently. So everyone's gonna have to be quick. When I say on the line, I mean on the phone line, and I've got loads in baskets. So really, bit of sell out, isn't it? It's gonna be a goer. 27 opportunities left at £9.95. Congratulations to you all. Anyone want to add a little bit of interest to the pieces? You Ryan? Well, no problem, because I've got it here for you. One of our newest strands. It is your gorgeous green tiger's eye. Oh boy, look at the size of these. They're fab because they're 8s, aren't they? But look, even though that beautiful colouring has been applied, even though you've got that dye, of course, on the gemstone to make it green, the chatoyancy is still shining through. It really, really is, isn't it? It is so wonderful. It is bursting through. These are your green tags, 160 carats worth of those, 8mm. You know, I always say to you, don't I? I really like symmetry, working with symmetry in whatever way I can in my pieces. Even if I'm doing something a little bit kind of free form, I still like having symmetry, whether that be with the same gemstone or the same shape. These ones are great because they are the same size, so all of these are 8mm. You've then got a pop of colour with your quartzite. Now, your quartzite is very similar to quartz, same area. However, it has kind of a sandstone element to it, which means that it takes colour really, really well, which is why we're able to get these gorgeous bursts of orange for you. You get this on a double loop, actually, which is kind of handy. So this is 160 carats worth of you. I then have your black agate. I love agate when it's faceted. I really genuinely do. Look at the luster, look at that shine, look at the sparkle. It's spectacular, isn't it? And again, of course, 8mm, 150 carats worth on those ones. So I've got 3 strands here for you. All 8mm, all in the rounds, but one of them's faceted. Your tiger's eye, your quartzite, and your agate. You are going to need to strap on your socks. Your price today, £15.35 is your should-be price. Are your socks strapped on?
They are, yeah.
Are they?
I've got my special sock strap.
Good, you've got your sock straps on. Good, I'm glad, because your socks are about to be blown off. No, my socks. £11.95 for 3 strands of beautiful gemstone. That is a special little price point, isn't it? I'm never going to mention the socks again if it has just been suggested in my ear. Next time, socks will be thrown in my direction. So I'm never, put your shoe back on. £11.95. I love that. Liam's just gone to me. Yeah, I mean clean socks. I'm not being horrible. Did you say someone had messaged in, lovely Liam? Asking about... They look round, those jump rings, not square. Confusing. Lol. Good point to make. Good point to make. They are square because the wire itself is square, if that makes sense. So can I find... Yeah, does that make sense to everyone? Oh, I know. Here we go. Have a look. Here's your normal jump rings. There's your normal jump rings. And that's made with your round wire. But they're literally, can you see? They're flat. Look at that. It's flat, so it's not got the roundness to it. There we go. But they are circular in shape, but they're square in another shape. So much sense. I hope that's cleared that up. £11.95, congratulations. Wait, what happened? You changed your mind? Liam? I've changed my mind. You're not on the late show now, sunshine. Taking an extra £2 off. Are your socks all right, Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Have your straps working?
Yeah.
Because it's just gone down even more.
Oh, it has. Oh, no. I'm not used to this.
I'm not used to this.
A steady build.
Are you used to a steady build? No.
Not just a...
Not with producer Liam. No, he's just gone in there. £9.95. Why not? 3 strands for that. 3 strands for that. That's amazing, isn't it? You couldn't buy 1 strand of tiger's eye in a shop for that, could you? You can here though. Welcome to the family. Where are we going? Bear with. Producer's thinking about it. So, ooh, okay. Get ready, because I'm about to bring you one of your favourite organics at an amazing price. They're big, they're bold, they are luxury pearls. As soon as those graphics come in, please get yourself on the phone line, because I'll be honest, I'm going to be doing this strand for you at under £30, let's say. Let's be modest. Look at them. These are your luxury pearls. Look at the size of them. Oh. In the general world, in the gem world, sorry, we say that any pearls 9mm or more is classed as a luxury pearl. Well, these are 10 by 9, so these are very fond and firmly in your luxury bracket. Gorgeous silver colour, aren't they? It's described as light grey, but come on, they're silver-like in tone, aren't they? These are your potato pearls, and they are absolutely huge, aren't they? Now, we know that the yields of pearls have gone down. We know that the price have gone up. Can I ask you something? When you think about pearls, what springs to mind?
Yeah.
What would you do with these?
If I was to get those, and if I was to say make them for a Christmas present, I would simply knot in between them all, because for pearls that size, people wouldn't believe that. They think you'd spent a fortune on those. They are rather large pearls, and the colour. I think the colours for not a younger person, but it goes for everyone. But it looks really lovely on the skin tone.
Yeah.
I would, possibly just take 2 out of the ends to make some simple drop pearl earrings, and then pearl knot in between them all, and give them as a beautiful gift or wear them myself.
I like that.
Yeah.
Get to wear it.
Yeah.
Have you got pearl earrings on?
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
they'd be beautiful in that piece.
Just on simple chains, 3 different lengths.
Do you mind if we have a little look?
Not at all.
Go on. Oh, look. Oh, modelling the hair beautifully. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Could you imagine recreating this look, that look, with these? They'd be fab, wouldn't they?
And even if you just had 2 of that colour and 1 of a different colour to mix it up.
Really, zest it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that. Lovely ladies and gents, what I will say is, you multi-buyers are clever. You're clever. Because, and you're going to be totally chuffed as well, because the price you've just multi-bought at isn't actually the price we're sticking at. Everybody pays the same price. Your price point today on these luxury pearls should be £19.95. I said under £30, didn't I? I did say under £30, and I meant it. I didn't tell you though that the original price was actually under £20, and the fact that we were going to go even lower than that, because these are your luxury pearls, you wouldn't expect it. Anyone want £1 off? £5 off on these pearls. What do you think of that?
£14.95. You can't buy fake ones. You couldn't go to a high street shop and buy a fake pearl necklace for £14.95.
No.
And I know you've got to put a clasp on it, but the clasps that we sell are so cheap. Even for a sterling silver one, you would be looking at, in a jeweller's, you'd be looking at hundreds and hundreds.
Oh yeah, hundreds and hundreds for this size as well.
And that colour as well, because they don't tend to do a lot of coloured pearls. No, that is, and just like that, it's just stunning.
Isn't it? It is just simple, it's elegant, it's just, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
With them, another thing you could do with them as well, the little rondelles that we do of the high-end gemstones, just to put one in between, even like some black spinel, just a little tiny rondelle, or even a spacer bead in between to break it up, so you can make a bracelet, necklace and earrings then out of one strand. If you break it up, you can take those ones out.
That's a good
to make the
idea.
bracelet.
Oh, I love that idea. What would you do with that £5 you've got back?
What would I do with the £5? I'd buy some findings.
Would you?
Buy a findings pack, or I'd buy another strand. That 3 strands, I'd put it towards the 3 strands that you've just done. That tiger eye was amazing.
It's amazing, isn't it? I love getting £5 back in my pocket. Very rarely happens, of course. £14.95. Your light grey cultured potato pearls. They are luxury size, and you lot know it. New York, Hampshire, South Yorkshire, all of these beautiful, wonderful places coming in for this. Congratulations, everyone. £5 back. Amazing. How many pearls do you have I been asked? Nicola. Nicola, I'll find out for you. Of course, I can't guarantee that you'll get exactly this, but you will get around this amount. 2, 4, hang on, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm halfway. Oh, 21, 22. Oh, hang on, I'm not halfway. 23. I look like I'm getting about 46, because I've just counted halfway. About 46 I've got, which is fab, isn't it? £14.95. Congratulations. Genuine, real deal, beautiful pearls. Designer inspiration. How did you find your kit?
Loved them.
Did you?
Absolutely beautiful they were. to work with. Very different. Both kits were very, very different. And the kit that we're just about to do now, yeah, some really stunning strands.
We're not doing this one.
I'm not doing that one.
No,
Okay.
we're not. Sorry. We got it wrong. Thank you, lovely Ben. The gemstone strands in this are phenomenal. How, first off, did you get marcasite?
I nearly died when I saw it because I've never bought marcasite. It's one of the ones that I've never bought.
No.
And I looked at it and I looked at it and looked at it. I thought I'm going to have to look on Pip's email and see actually what it is. And when I saw it, it was marcasite. I was like, wow, it's just vintage.
Isn't it?
Just looks so vintage.
Doesn't it just? Marcasite is spectacular. Don't have it on often though, at all. Well, not very often at all. I've got a strand coming up for you in a little bit, I think. I think I'm safe in saying I've got a strand coming up for you in a little bit. But other than these two and the one I did yesterday, I haven't seen marcasite in months and months. Very unusual we get it on, which is a shame because whenever we do get it on, it is so, so loved. It's got this gorgeous appearance to it. It's got this, all of these sheens, all of this shiller here is sort of an iron-based metallic. And that is just natural in the formation. Isn't it absolutely unique? I love it because you get two different lusters. You get that beautiful high shine luster from the surface, but then you get the submetallic luster as well due to that iron-based sort of appearance. I was going to say inclusions, but it's not just the inclusions really, is it? Because they're all over the stone. They're so pretty. So you've got that strand, and they are 6mm, just to let you know. You've then got sparkly coins, faceted coins. Graduated in size, which makes them really workable for you. These are your striped agate. No, they're not. They're either black spinel. And they are 4x7mm that we've got here. So graduation on this, 60 carats worth for you. Isn't that serious sparkle? Isn't that impact? Fab. I love that in a ring. Where are you going, cameraman Ben?
Oh, can I explain it?
Can you explain?
With what you were saying.
You were agreeing with me?
And then I heard a rattling.
And you heard a
So I
rattling?
was looking down and tapping my leg.
So you looked down and
It's
tapped your
this-
leg?
This zip here.
It was a zip.
Yeah, and the camera was tilted on its own.
Does anybody else want that last 20 seconds of their life back? Anybody else? Jail. I've then got, to me, the nicest strand of agate I think I've ever seen. Look, I want to go through every single one, so I'm going to. Look, it's gorgeous. Look at the banding on that. Look. Oh, that crystal structure. That is spectacular, isn't it? Have a look. Then you've got some that don't have much of the kind of quartzite at all. Look at this. Part and part. And don't forget for me as well, you know, when you spin them around, they're different on each side. Love that one. Wait. Look, it kind of melts. That one's just that on a piece of chain would be fab, wouldn't it? Oh, look at that. I love this one too. I could stare at every single one of these all day long. But I won't. Oh, that one as well, look. Sorry, I'm just getting carried away now, but I do love that. Look at that one. Isn't that really beautiful? I love. So, anywho, you've got this massive strand, and these are your rectangles, 42 by 20mm. On my strand, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 I have on my strand. Big, bold statement pieces you could do with this, couldn't you?
Yeah. Even like, if I was to buy this kit, probably that's what I would do, what you just said with them, just to put them on a chain and just have one down and then have them on my stand, and people can just choose then the stone that appeals to them, because they're like landscapes, some of them, some of the striping, and some of what I couldn't believe with some of mine is so symmetrical. The stripes look like they'd been painted on. It didn't look like it had been come out of the ground like that.
No, you're absolutely right.
And that's what Mark's and my husband, he said, I can't believe that they're real. He said, have they been squashed together? And I said,
no, that's how it comes out of the earth. Spectacular, isn't it? Mother Nature is a wonder. She truly, truly is. They are so beautiful. So those are your gemstones. You've then got all of your added extras to create these gorgeous chainmail pieces. I've got your jump rings. So you've got 100 of the 4.1. These are all in the gold, by the way. These are all in the gold for you. So when I say the 4x1, I mean the internal diameter, which is kind of often the main one we're looking for when we're doing chainmail. So this is your internal diameter 4x1. You've also got your internal diameter 5mm, and you've got your 6.7 as well. So you've got 100 of each of these. What I will say is if you've never tried chainmail before, don't worry, because Fleur's demos are exceptional. You're going to be able to follow her really, really well. And they are so high fashion pieces, and we're going to do a great price point. So why not treat yourself today? Why not get involved? Me as well. I've then got you some cords as well. These are so high-end looking. All satin cords. I'm going to divulge something now. You know, I've got my new hobby. My new hobby is crocheting. Started crocheting, total hours crocheting, probably about 14 hours worth now. So, you know, I'm becoming a pro. I went to find some satin cord, which I bought ages ago because you know, papercraft is kind of my go-to medium. So I bought it ages and ages ago, over a year ago now. And the satin sheen had gone from it. It had completely worn off. It was a horrible string-like. This doesn't happen with this, I can tell you that for sure. It keeps this gorgeous sheen, which is one of the reasons we like to use it, isn't it? You have got the golden colour, you've got the white, and you've got the black, and this is serious high quality. It really, really is. Your beautiful satin cord. Congratulations. 10 metres worth, your light gold, 1mm on each of 1mm thickness. You're then also getting your emerald wire too. Your small, your medium, and your large. We say that these work as things like your rings, your bracelets, and your necklace wires, but I'm using them for so much more. The great thing is if you are going to use these for a ring, you can make them any size you want. You can make it any size you like, simply by adjusting them, and they will get larger, smaller. So, let's reiterate. Large, medium, and small. 30 metres worth of high quality, high shine satin cord. You've got 100 jump rings in 3 different gauges, sizes, and you've got those 3 gorgeous strands, including high-end, high-class sparkly spinel, magnificent, beautiful marcasite, and your stunning, eye-catching, breathtaking black stripe agate with quartz. Mother Nature has outdone herself, hasn't she, with that strand in particular. Your price point should be not today. That's already a good price, really, isn't it, when we think about it? When you look at the size of these, when you think about the quality of these, I always say, don't I, do your research, do take just half now and again, and get yourself down to the shops and have a look in things like your craft stalls, have a look in your haberdasheries, you know, and look at their cord prices, and just remind yourself how astonishing, genuinely, $34.65 is by itself alone, because that price, ladies and gentlemen, is phenomenal. But this is designer inspiration, and we go the extra mile. Your price point today isn't £35, it's £24.95 for you today. What do you think of that price?
I'd sell one of these necklaces for more than that.
Yeah.
And that's just one necklace, and each necklace hasn't got very many gemstones on them the way that I've done them with the chainmail, and I've got lots left over.
Loads left over.
Loads. I've only just used one of the large quartz, so I've got a whole strand of that left. I've still got jump rings left as well. I just think that's an amazing price.
Fab, isn't it? Lots and lots of you have come in for this. Everybody pays the same, so well done if you did get in early. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am superbly excited about seeing your pieces and about showing these pieces. I think if you've never tried chainmail before, Fleur has depicted exactly why it is such a popular medium. And it is, isn't it?
It's a very popular medium. It's popular with men and with women, because women see it and see nice glitzy jewellery, and men see the mechanics behind it, and they really love that. So when I get on a craft store, women will go, oh, that's beautiful, and I'll say to them, you know, oh, it's all made from one reel of wire, and I've made the rings, and then I make things, and the men get really captivated by it. And then when you say that it's been armour in its former life, then yeah, it's a real popular hard beef for men. More men do it than women in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very popular with men in America.
Oh, well, that is unusual, isn't it? Gosh, that's gorgeous. What inspired that piece, lovely lady?
The name, the glorious glamour. I just thought with those marcasites and the golds, it just looked like a piece of 1920s glamour. You know, that nice, beautiful era where women were very elegant. And I just think, yeah, I started to make it, and it wasn't ever going to be designed like that.
No.
No, it was going to be a brooch. That's what it's going to be.
See, I personally haven't tried chainmail. I've done the very, very basics, but nothing big time, a proper piece. I wouldn't have thought with it you could kind of let your imagination go. I would have thought it was quite set. Yeah. But no, you can.
There is, you've got your
weaves.
Traditional weaves, yeah. And I mean, there's over 2,000 weaves now on websites where people make new ones up, and but yeah, you can then form it into different shapes, like the cross that I've made on the crocheted piece, because I've only learnt to crochet. Me and my mum went on a two-hour course, and that's what I learnt on a 2 hour.
Did you?
So I just tried it with the satin cord, and it crochets beautifully. And I did it. I even brought the hook in case. It's a 5.5 hook that I did it on. But yeah, the cross there, that's a full Persian, and that's the piece when you asked me earlier what piece was the most difficult.
Yeah.
That's probably the most difficult one, difficult weave. But I did that last week on with the square wire jump rings. So if people want to
jumps,
yeah, have a look at that. And that is just full Persian with some box weave arms on it, and then a piece of wire to stabilise it.
To keep it.
Yeah.
Might I say your chain weave's very, very nice. Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
I think I've made a mistake in it though.
No. You've got a beautiful collection. It's absolutely stunning. Can I ask you how much we would look at selling, say, this piece for? The Celtic style one, that one. I would sell that on my craft fair for about £45–50. So even if we're playing it safe and we're saying £45, you have got your money back and more just on one piece. And obviously you had some left over in that because you can see all the other pieces.
Yeah, I had lots and lots left over. Like I say, and I used one of the large quartzes on the end. And I did that just so that people could see that chainmail doesn't have to be difficult, and you can just link 2 rings together and make a little chain, and then just decorate a stone with it, and that's all that is, and then just some chain on the bottom.
Let me pop it on my hand just it might show it a bit better.
So you can just see that it's and at first I thought I didn't want to spoil the stone, but I wanted to show people that, like I say, chainmail's nothing to be frightened of. It's not a difficult medium. You can make it difficult. You can make it as difficult as you want it to be. The same as everything. But it can be as simple as just encapsulating a stone with some chainmail jump rings.
Amazing, Fleur. They all look so high-end. Wow.
Oh, thank you.
That's from Sue. Hi,
Thank
Sue.
you.
Do feel free to text us in if you so wish. 60777 is our text number, or get in touch on jewellerymaker.com. Okay, lovely, Fleur. What are we going to be creating today?
We're going to learn to create this one, and hopefully the next one along as well. So we're going to try and do 2 weaves.
Now, we're going to have a look at the chainmail now. We can do this if we're a beginner, can't we?
We can, yeah. You don't have to worry about this at all. The jump rings, the sizes are lovely sizes. They're not the teeny tiny ones that you can't see and you're going to get frightened of. I used the smallest jump ring.
Yeah.
So I can't remember what size they were.
I think they were 4
point something.
7 or something.
Yeah. So I used those for this one. And all it is, if I can show you the individual sections of it, and we're going to go through how to make these. They're just triangles of Byzantine weave, and that's all it is. And that's really tiny there, but I'm going to do it on the large jump ring so you can see.
So you'll be able to see.
So, but it's a very, very simple technique. And then it's just popping it all together. So we'll start learning how to make one of those little tripods.
So Fleur will be showing you this step by step, but with her bright, beautiful, neon, funky coloured, huge loops, just so it's easier for you to see at home, because as you can imagine, showing it with a small section, you won't be able to see anything. So basically just follow exactly what Fleur does, but with your actual jump rings when you get the kit.
And it will look different because obviously these are really large rings, so it won't hold its form like it does in the small ones, but you will be able to see the basics and how to do it.
Brilliant.
So we're going to start with just one jump ring, okay, and we're going to just loop on 6 jump rings onto it. Okay, so I'm going to do them in coloured pairs so that we can see how easy the different sections are. You have to excuse my ring closures because I keep saying these are really tough on your fingers because they're 2mm wire.
Of course, when you're closing them, you'll be using your tools. And
what I'll do in a minute is show you how to close the rings properly so they go nice and flush together.
I have got some very special rings coming up and some long chain nose pliers which are essential for this.
Yes, they are. The long nose ones are amazing. So we start off, we've got 6 jump rings on 1 in the middle. And then we're going to take 1 pair of jump rings. This is why I've done them in the colours so that you can see the different pairs. And all I'm going to do is add another 2 onto that. And we do this all the way around.
So the colours you're putting on in the pairs, aren't you?
In the pairs, yeah. So you can see it quite clearly where they all are. And like I've said before, if somebody does want to make their own large jump rings, just get some of our coloured wires, 1mm wire, make your own. You can make it on the large, on the mandrel, on the orange mandrels, or if you've got the jump ring makers at home, make your own large ones because it is easier to learn. I'm just going to pop that down.
Yeah.
It is easier to learn the weaves.
Good plan.
Because sometimes it's like everything. If you get disheartened straight away, you're not going to want to carry on and do it.
No, you're right.
So then we've got our centre jump ring, and then our 3 pairs, and then 3 pairs connecting those pairs, and they're not connected together. They are all separate, as you can see.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do the Byzantine or box weave opening. So we're going to take 1 pair. If I just lift that up again, so it's just 1 pair, 1 double pair. We'll let the blue go either side of our finger and let the green stand up. We're going to part the 2 green ones, and we have to pick up the blue ones in the middle. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to pick those up now.
Someone has just messaged in, just asking, are we going to get these coloured jump rings in? We're not, no, but you can make your own, as we've said.
Your own, yeah.
And what can we work with if we're making our own?
1mm coloured wire.
1mm funky coloured wire, and use your ring mandrel.
Use your ring mandrel, or we do have anything large baling pliers.
Yeah.
We do have some jump ring makers as well.
We do.
The mandrels.
I have got those coming up for you in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you did it on the largest size, or even just around a pen, and then because they're only your practice rings, it doesn't matter if you cut them with your side cutter pliers. I mean, when you cut jump rings, it's easier to saw them or to use your flush cutter so that both ends go back together properly.
Brilliant.
But if you haven't got those, just cut them with your normal pliers because they're only for your practice.
Yeah.
So like these, you're going to have the rough closures, but it really doesn't matter because they're only there for you to practice.
Okay.
And it's a nice, cheap and cheerful way of learning different weaves. So we've put 1 ring through the blue, and then we're going to match it with the second one. And if people that know chainmail or have seen some of my demos before, this is the Byzantine knot. Okay. So when you pull it together, it goes into a knot.
I see.
Okay, so we're going to do that again. So I'll use these pairs. So I'm going to hold the blue.
Yeah.
I'm going to let the gold fall either side.
Yeah.
Like little ears. Split the blue pair, pick up a jump ring, and we're going to scoop up the 2 gold in the middle, and it creates the knot.
I see.
Okay.
Yep. And then the same the third
And then the
time.
same again. So we're going to double that ring up, and then the same on the 3rd time. And the Byzantine and box weave are it's what a lot of people start with.
It's go-to, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what a lot of people will start with.
Go-to.
And it's the one that you use over and over again. And there are books, chainmail books, that all they do are Byzantine and variants of Byzantine.
Yes, absolutely. We have had a message in about it. Hi both. Hi Alison. Can you please tell me what size jump rings you should use for the Byzantine and box weave? Thanks. Peculiar question, because it depends, doesn't it?
Yeah,
really.
It depends.
The ID is imperative for this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all to do with, it's called something called aspect ratio, which takes a long time to learn, and it's really difficult to get into. For the Byzantine weave, you can go down as low as 3mm on a 1mm wire.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. For box weave, it has to be a little bit bigger. For the box weave, I would always start at about 4.5 on a 1mm wire.
Okay.
Because it will go rigid. Now, if you want to do something like a cross or something like a 3D structural piece, then you would want rigid chainmail to make that. So that is easier. But yeah, always start. It can be done in any jump ring size, like this. These are large, these are 20mm jump rings, and I could do a necklace in that, and it's going to look really large and really open, whereas when you compare it to
that one,
to this one,
although it's the same,
it's exactly the same. So if I, oops, sorry.
That's all right.
So if I show you there, you can see the top there.
Yeah, these are exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
But big difference,
it's just
isn't it?
More open, yeah. So when you're learning, if you went with a 5mm jump ring, which we sell a 7mm outer diameter, if you went with those, then you would be able to do both. They're fabulous for learning, for making your own jump rings.
Because there's some real big ones
really
in
big ones,
here.
Yeah. So you can do box and Byzantine with the really large ones, but you'll get a different effect. And like I said, the lowest you can go really is about a 3.5mm in a diameter on your Byzantine weave and about 4.5 on your box weave.
Okay, so thank you for that question, Alison. It is a tricky one to get your head around, isn't it?
It is.
But essentially the reason we need to know that is because, of course, you need a certain size of jump ring, or else you won't be able to open them. You won't be able to fit them all in certain jump rings, will you?
That's it. You won't be. I mean, some of the weaves we do, you need to put like 4 or 5 rings through one
jump ring. Yeah.
So it has to be a big enough diameter. Like this one, for instance. You know, these ones have got 6 going through them, but it fits perfectly on these 4.7mm
jump rings.
Jump rings, yeah.
So I have got your jump ring maker here. There is so many looks you can create with this. It is so simple. In fact, let me show you the tool itself. So you can see the sizes that you've got there. You've got the largest 16mm, going to be great if you're practicing. You've got your 14mm, you've got your 12mm, and you've got your 10mm. So you're going to be able to create some gorgeous chunky pieces with this, aren't you? You really are.
Or a focal point, even if you just wanted to make one large split ring for the middle of a pendant to hang something off of. They don't have to just be for chainmail. You can make wire structures with them, S-clasps.
Yes, of course, S-clasps. To create a really uniformed look. Pop your wire on, spin it around.
That's it, just pop it through the little hole, pop your wire
through this little bit, attach it onto here.
And then just spin it round.
It's as simple as that.
If you're making your own coils for jump rings, what I always suggest and what I do when I'm making jump rings is let the coils rest for about 12 hours.
Oh, good tip, I've never heard that.
Because metal has memory.
Yes, of course.
It will spring back.
It'll spring back to its original form.
Yeah. So when you've made a 16mm jump ring, it will go to like 16 and the minuscule amount of a millimetre because of the spring back.
Of course.
But if you try and cut it straight away, it will try and spring open away from the other end that you need to attach itself to. So when you're making your coils, coil them, leave them, and then cut them the very next day, and they'll be absolutely fine.
Good tip. I have got the cutters as well for you, the cutting pliers if you do want them later on. So let's get your hands on the jump ring maker itself, shall we? Your price point today is just £7.95 for you today. Liam, you're absolutely right, that does come in because of the dress. Me and Hannah wearing the same outfit. How peculiar. £7.95 for you today on the jump ring maker. What do you think of that price? Because it's a tool that you use time and time again.
It's not going to wear out. You've got it forever. It's a fabulous tool. I use them all the time because sometimes I'll only need 1 or 2 of a different size and I haven't got them. And it's so much easier to just get that out quickly, cut them with my flush cutter pliers, and I've got perfect jump rings that I know are the size that I want them to be.
Yeah, fab. Okay. Professional tool, nothing going to go wrong with it. You've got it forever, $7.99, $95 even. Why not? Lovely.
Okay.
So we've done all 3 sides of it
So we've
now.
done all 3 sides, and this is what we get. So if I can just show that one.
Yeah.
So that it becomes like a triangle. And like I said, it is different looking than the one that we've done for the actual piece. So we need 4 of those. Okay, so I'm going to put this down now. I'm going to get the 4 small ones, because I'm going to show you how to attach them all together.
Okay.
And it is very simple how you attach them. So basically, you're going to attach them together into a square. So we just need some jump rings. So we need 4 jump rings to attach them. And this is where I'm going to show you the easiest way to open and close your jump ring. Okay, so if I just move that out of the way. Okay, so when you're opening the jump ring, because we said about the muscle memory, I've done it again.
Wire
metal
memory.
Wire memory. The spring back, when you get them, they'll all be slightly open like this. Okay, so if you can see, so that they don't meet together
Yeah, I
at
see.
all. Okay, so what you need to do when you're closing them is, most people will just go to the end and leave it, and it will spring back a little bit.
Yeah, I
so
see.
it won't close completely
No.
flush. So you need to go past the opening and then back, and then just give it a little wiggle. Some of them you can hear click and some of them you can't, but that now is completely flush.
Now I noticed that you're using 2 pairs.
Yeah.
Why is that so important, and why are these ones in particular so important?
The long nose pliers are, when you get into your chainmail, you'll start to go into smaller and smaller and smaller rings. If I could just show my bracelet quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Beautiful.
if I was to do this and say one of my ring closures wasn't completely done how I would like it, I'd be really devastated that it was a bit scratchy, because obviously it's metal, it's going to be a little bit scratchy. So with the long nose pliers, I can get right into the little gaps and close it.
I see.
So they're absolutely perfect for that. And again, even with something like the little trifoils that we've done here, if you see it a little bit that's not closed properly, you can get right into the little tiny areas and close properly with them. They're a must-have, those ones.
A must-have.
Must-have.
I'm going to make it even more of a must-have, because I've got 925 jump rings for you here. 2 different sizes. Let me show you. Hang on. You've got the largest ones, 8mm, and you've got your little 5mm. Now these are 925. You'll be getting 6 of each. 6 of each in total. So let me just show you. Now, when we're working with 925, we are working with a precious metal, aren't we?
Yeah.
It is a beautiful treat, I suppose, isn't it? And you can, of course, use these in your chainmail or for your chainmail, but of course you can just use them in your general jewellery making as well. Now, we did notice that lovely Fleur used 2 pairs of these long chain nose pliers. I will genuinely say to you right now, I am expecting more multi-buyers than single buyers. A, because you've just seen Fleur's used 2 of these every time she wants to open a jump ring. Because of course we've seen her doing the demos with these ones, but you're doing it with your fingers. Yeah. Don't forget, every time you open a jump ring, you're going to be using 2 pairs of these. It's 925, which never goes out of style, never goes out of fashion. And if you do multi-buying it, you'll end up getting 12 pieces, won't you? Because you get 6 in the pack. I'm expecting more multi-buyers on this than singular buyers, especially when you see the price. £10.75 is your should-be price. Oh, I'm about to drop this low. This is going low. You're not going to believe it. Honestly, there's going to be more. Can I just check that picture? That picture's right. So I get 6 of each. Get you. So you get 6 of each. So I am getting 12 in total then. Oh, so I'm getting 12 of these in total. So actually, if you do multi-buy, oh, well done. As soon as I said I'm expecting this to be more multi-buyers, everyone comes in with a multi-buy. So if you multi-buy this, you're going to be getting 12. Sorry, if you multi-buy it, you're going to be getting 24 pieces of your 925. Well done, multi-buyers. You have made a sensible decision because your chain nose pliers and all those pieces of 925 is just £8.95.
That's amazing. And I'm going to show you a little jump ring section that uses only 3 rings in the next kit. So you could do a pair of earrings and have 925 Mobius
925 chainmail earrings. Yeah. And you could make yourself a pair with these ones.
Make a pair and then have a little pendant as well.
Okay, I've just been told, I'm so sorry, it's almost sold out. I know that sounds silly, but we started off with kind of around 50 and it's nearly sold out, so get in quick. £8.95 for you today. Back with you, lovely lady.
Okay, now I do apologise, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to see, but I wanted to show you in the size jump rings that you're going to get how it fits together, because it wouldn't make sense if I made it in the big one.
I see, okay.
Okay, so we're going to take one of our little triangles and pop it on an open jump ring.
Yeah. Okay,
and we're then just going to add another triangle onto it. And the rings that you're adding on are the last pair of rings that you put into your triangle.
Yeah, I see.
So the two that you pulled up together to make the little knot, they're the two that you're putting in.
Go through.
Okay, and then we're going to close that one. So that's 2 of them linked together. Okay, and we take another open jump ring and then go to the side again. So as long as you leave, you're only going to connect the 2 sides together. And then add on our next, sorry, I'm doing it the wrong way around. And go on in there. Next one, and close.
Yeah.
And then again the last one. Can you see that? All right, sorry, my hands are right in the way. And then the last.
Going through those ones
Going through this one as well.
Okay.
And then if I just lay that down flat, then what we need to do is attach the 2 ends together as well.
Okay.
So we're going to make the square. So we just bring it around. I need to lift it up. Bring it around.
Oh, right,
yeah. And then we're going to close that jump ring. So if I just lay it down now on the thing, I can show you the actual shape that it's.
Oh, I
there.
see.
Okay, so you've got
beautiful.
the triangles together. Let me pop it a little bit more central for you. And if you can see on the actual piece, then all you do is you connect the 4 triangles in the middle together, and that creates the holes for your beads to sit in.
And how did we sit those in there?
They're on monofilament, and then a little bit of glue, but I can show you on the beading thread, which will be easier to see on the camera. Okay, so what we're going to, and this is maybe the trickiest bit, is to scoop them all up. So there's nothing really that's too tricky in this one. Just a little bit fiddly to get all of them on together.
Okay.
So it's always the last one that doesn't like to go on.
Clay ball.
Yes. So I have to excuse my fingers. And if you can't get them all in, what you can do is go for one of the larger jump rings. So the second size up in the kit that we've got, which I think what I did do actually, and I'm trying to put it on this smaller one and it's not going to go. So if you just bear with me 2 seconds, I shall just get one of the larger ones out.
We will bear with you. Lovely ladies and gents, just to let you know that the plier deal was a sellout. I have got some wonderful products coming up for you very soon. Straight after the break is the cabs. I've got plenty of the kit left, so do treat yourself to it if you so wish.
That's a perfect example of what I've just done as to the size of the jump rings for the amount that's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So the jump ring maker has sold out as well, just to let you know. I have got the maker pliers coming up for you in a little bit, and I have got some stunning chain as well.
Okay, so now if I can just show you, this is a perfect, I know they've just sold out, but everybody that bought them, those long nose pliers, can you see? It's really difficult to see, but I've only got a tiny little bit
Tiny little bit.
that's left of that jump ring to try and get hold of. Can you see
and
there?
you need the point.
So the pointy ones are really handy, and these ones are a little bit chunkier. So I'll just see if I can just get that one on.
Yeah, go on, treat yourself. You have got here, I've got the chain, brought the chain up because both of those have sold out now. So I brought the chain up really, really quickly for you. 10 meters worth of this gorgeous Figaro chain, only been seen once before. When we say Figaro, we're talking about the shape of this. So can you see, you've got those beautiful twisted ovals, 5 of them together going into the larger oval. Gives you this beautiful movement. I love that bit where it almost looks like the eternity sign. I absolutely adore that moment. We have used this, of course, we have used these beautiful chains in the design that you're seeing. This is your rose gold. I have got the gold coming up for you later on, but this is your rose gold Figaro chain that we have here today. Massive amount, 10 meters worth. It is genuine rose gold plating all over the top of brass, so it's super duper strong, and it's got a gorgeous weight to it as well. Your price point today is just £34.95 for you. To get your hands on 10 meters worth of this chain is phenomenal. It really is spectacular price point. Genuine 9 carat rose gold over the top of this, in that individual and unique design. I know we get a meter's worth in our findings packs, but let's face it, we've not had that many findings packs on recently. We used to get it with every single designer inspiration. We don't anymore, so we're probably running low on chain. And let's face it also, sometimes you want more than a meter's worth of chain to get a job done, don't you? Well, you've got a continuous 10 meter reel here for just $34.95. Treat yourself to it. Gorgeous, gorgeous chain. Right, we've closed it.
We've done it. I don't know how much time we've got left. I wanted to show another weave, so that's perfect. Then. That's perfect. So what we then do is the holes that are left are perfect for this size bead.
Okay.
So they fit perfectly in. Now going back to the different size jump rings, if you were to make this design in larger jump rings, your holes will be bigger. So you could put an 8mm round,
gemstone in,
or you can make them smaller and put a 4mm round in there. So we're gonna, the way that we're gonna add them is, if I can hold this up, I don't know which camera you can see it on. Okay, if I hold it up like this, you're gonna go through the knot. If I just show you with the awl,
yeah, go on.
You're gonna go through there with your wire.
Right, hang on. Let me.
There you go.
There you go. So it's through that section.
So you're going to go through that section there.
Yeah.
That's in the centre of that piece of chainmail, so it's more structural.
Yes.
So it will hold its shape a little bit better.
Of course.
Because this is a little bit loose as it is. It's the stones that make it a more structured pendant. Yeah. So we're going to put one stone on.
You'll do this with monofilament, like you said, it's just so you can see.
You can do it with beading thread,
you?
yeah, and then just pop a crimp cover over the top.
Yeah.
And then thread through.
I
did it 4 times.
Annoying.
Yeah, longer piece the better. And then you just literally go around and thread them all in, and it will come together right at the very end. And at the end it will just all pull together. Okay, so you literally go around, and it's going to be really fiddly to see because these lights are really bright in my eyes. There you go. Okay. And then put the next one on. And then like I say, I did it on the monofilament. So all I did was did a little knot and then hid the knot within the chainmail. And it's really, because it's not got any pressure on it, it's not going to come undone, it's not going to catch.
No, you don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry at all about it moving. Okay, that one needs to, and like I say, you just the last one.
I love that detail to it. It's just adds something special, doesn't it?
It does, and the colours just match beautifully together.
Because you've got that submetallic effect in the marcasite, it just works perfectly.
Now I'm just going to pick this one up so I can get it a little bit closer to me just to get through the last part.
Yeah, no problem.
So sorry.
So if you do want to treat yourself and create this look, you're going to want to get your hands on that kit, which is at the bottom of your screen right now. It's going to switch around, it'll be at the side of your screen in a minute. You've got jump rings to do the job, but also the beautiful gems themselves fit exquisitely well into the design. And you wouldn't want to do this and think, oh no,
it doesn't fit.
I've got 8 mils and they don't fit in.
Yeah.
Because actually it would look nice by itself,
yeah.
but I just think that adds a certain extra something.
And I think with the gold elements, the inclusions in that
the marcasite,
it just looks so vintage and so glamorous.
So right.
It really does. And then if that was on the monofilament, all you do is you tie the two ends together, and then with the chain, all I did with the chain was go on the sides and just open up the side jump rings and just loop the chain on, and then I just popped a little dangle in the middle of one of the, I just used a spacer bead and a marcasite bead on a head pin, and it was as simple as that. I mean, you don't have to embellish it with a chain, you don't have to put the end bit on, you can just leave it as it is. And I do these on my craft stall, and they love them because they look quite Celtic-y as well.
They do actually,
you can make them really Celtic-y. So that's one pendant, and hopefully I've got time to do the other pendant.
Well, you've got 20 minutes, so you definitely have. We've got some questions in. Can you use that structure as a bead cover on the top of a cabochon?
Yes, you could. You could sit it over the top of to do the triangle, you mean? Yeah, it would go over the top of a cabochon, and then you could chainmail around the cabochon and have that as like a bead cap. Yeah, that would look beautiful. You maybe have to use slightly bigger chainmail rings to make it sit over the top properly, or put two, one on either side. You could almost even glue it on there. So you could glue the chain, because it's quite a flat piece. You could glue it on there and then pop your chainmail jump ring through the top to make it into a pendant. That'd be nice.
Cool. I like that idea.
Yeah,
nice
beautiful.
idea. We've had another one. How do you decide what size of ring to use for the bead you want to use?
Okay, when I looked at this kit, the smaller rings, I thought straight away I'm going to do some sort of pendant with them.
Okay.
As I did it, I was looking, I thought actually when they go together, that will fit perfectly in that size. And I was originally going to put the black spinel coins in there, but then when I sat one of those and it sat perfectly. I think if you go to a 5 to 6 mil jump ring, you'd have to go to an 8 mil round.
I see.
So if you stick to 3-4 mils for up to 5 mils, your 6 mil round will fit perfectly. Anything over that, then go to the 8 mil. And it'll hold the structure there as well. So if you've got really large jump rings and you've got some 10 mil beads, then it'll just push the structure out and hold it as a rigid pendant.
Lovely. Thank you very much for that, Paula. Do message in your questions for the gorgeous Fleur. She's here until 5. And I did accidentally call you Fleur for a second then, didn't I? Fleur. Thank you very much for that, Paula. If you do want to message in, feel free to, because she's here till 5, and you've seen she's a fab teacher, and her explanations even I understand, and that is saying something, especially when it comes to chainmail. So do get in touch, even if you think it's a silly question.
No such thing as
There's no such thing as a silly question. Even if you think, oh, they must be asked this all the time, or this is really basic, feel free to ask. That's what we're here for. It's exactly what we're here for. And sometimes as well, I think, when you ask on a show like this, it can be easier than doing the research yourself. Yeah. Because sometimes the things you research aren't actually right.
No. And also as well, it's different. It's personal opinion as well. Because I read something about chainmail piece last week, and I thought, I had a go at it, and it didn't work for me. And that's their opinion on how it worked, and the ring sizes for me were wrong. I changed them a little bit, and it is all about experiment as well. And obviously when you've got the jump ring makers, you can make your own size jump ring, so if it didn't work for you, you can make them a little bit bigger or buy the next size up, and it'll work. Good. But there's weaves for every single size jump rings that we sell here at Jewellery Maker. Fab. And there's lots of weaves. It's not just one weave for one size. You can do multiples.
So do get involved with us today. So we're having a look at the second one now, aren't we?
The second one.
Am I right in saying it's this one?
That's one.
This is the one that we are creating now. So beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. And look how well that works with the spinel. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So we're going to learn how to make this one now.
Okay, so this one's called the Helm weave.
Helm
weave, yeah, and it's another European weave. So most chainmail goes into 3 sections. It either goes into a Persian, a Japanese, or a European. So they're the 3 like areas of chainmail.
I
have to stick to those. You know, you can mix 2 areas together.
Of course.
Some purists won't let you, but it's fine.
Have fun.
Artistic license. Okay, so this one is a flat weave. So whereas the Byzantine and box make a structure, this goes flat. So it's a completely flat weave. And the way that we're going to start it is we're going to start with, you have to have the 2 different size jump rings for this. Okay, so this one I used the largest size in the kit and the smallest size in the kit. Okay. Now it's a captured ring piece. If I could just borrow that's it. So it's a little bit more difficult to show on the actual finished piece because you can't see the captured rings as well, but each ring is captured inside. So if you can see the 2 in one, and then there's a captured ring inside. So the way that we do this weave, and this weave's fabulous for bracelets, and a lot of men like this weave as well. It's a bit of a more manly weave as when it's set into a bracelet. That's it.
Yeah.
So we have to start off with a 1 in 2 chain. So your 2 are your small jump rings and your 1 is your large jump ring. Okay. Now the way that we start is we're going to add straight away another pair to the top ring. So we go through both of the small jump rings and close. So we've now got a double pair onto 2 of the small rings. Okay. Now, the way that this weave works is it's like we say we've got a captured ring. It's a bit like a jump ring sandwich. So if I just, it will sit eventually on top like that. Okay. So the way that we have to feed this ring through, and it can be a little bit fiddly to start with because other rings want to jump on and get involved in the captured ring, and they're not allowed. So we have to go through the 2 of the jump rings but not collect any of the small jump rings. So can you see there it's just gone through? Want me to lift it up if that'd be easier?
Wait, hang on.
You got it there?
Let's have a look on the camera. Yes, you can see.
You can
so
see
the
pink's gone through. Yeah, it's gone through here. So it's gone through the 2 large golds. Yeah, can you see that? And it's not gone anywhere else.
No.
Okay.
It's gone in the middle of the golds.
It's just gone in the middle of the golds, and then we close.
Okay.
And this is going to be our captured ring. Okay. So now we're going to do exactly the same as what we did with the start. We're going to add another ring to the green on top and capture it inside.
I can see where this is going.
Yeah. So this one goes through the red pair and through the purple small pair, and we're going to close. Okay. And then we're going to take, I'm going to stick with the pink so you can see which ones are the floating rings.
Good idea.
So again, we're going to go through this gap here. Okay. So, and don't let any of the little ones jump on.
You don't want, actually, the pink one doesn't go through any.
No, it doesn't go through any.
At all, does it?
It doesn't link a ring to anything.
No.
It just sits in between the 2 there.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, and then we're going to close that. And then I'll pick it up in a minute and I'll show you as it sits. And they won't go anywhere because they're completely captured.
Okay.
So with the purple now, we've gone through the 2 small jump rings and captured that second pink in place.
Yeah.
And we're going to close. And basically that is all your helm weave is. And I get a lot of messages of people saying, oh, I'd love to do the helm weave, but it looks really difficult. And there's about 20 different ways of doing this. Some people will do a 2 in a 2 in a 2 chain, and then try and feed them through, but that makes it even more difficult because people then get the little ones involved, the little rings get stuck on the large ring, and it just won't go anywhere, and it gets all tangled up, and then, like we all do, we go, oh, I can't do chainmail, so we put it all to the side and pick up a new hobby. But it really, this is the simplest way that I have found to do it. And like I say, if you look on the websites,
this is the way.
There's lots of other ways.
Your way.
This is the way that I find it, because then I remember that this ring cannot be attached to anything, and it doesn't pick up any rings.
Okay.
So it goes through the middle of the 2 purple. And then we close.
Don't forget, don't go through any.
Don't go through any. And then
no.
We're just going to put the connecting pair over the top there. Okay. Now to make this into a ring, so I'm going to, if I just bear with me a second, I'm just going to take those 2 off because you've seen now how to do it.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'll just remove those 2 last pair, and then I'll show you how to connect it together into a ring. Okay. Because this can be made just as a flat bracelet. It doesn't have to stay in a ring. It can stay. It can go into a nice bracelet. And there is something called a double Helm weave as well, where people put 2 rows together and then connect them. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
These little ones are a bit naughtier. So to connect it, all you're going to do is connect those 2 together.
Okay.
Okay. So you would add those 2 single rings onto this ring. Okay. And then you add your pink jump ring through all 4 of those rings.
Right,
okay?
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense to me. Does it to you?
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's basically how you do your Helm circle, or keep it flat as a flat weave. And if you were going to use it as a flat weave, I would add the clasp onto the 2 end small rings to make it a little bit more delicate at the end.
I see. Good tip. Okay. Thank you so much for showing us those. You're so lovely. Now your second designer inspiration is a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit different. Yeah, I thought it was quite. Yeah, I've never used those stones before. We used them once before, but never in the squares. But yeah, very
special.
Yeah,
isn't
I had to have my thinking cap on, but I loved what I made. And Viking weave.
A bit of Viking knit, as well as more chainmail coming for you in a bit. Thank you! I've been trying to work out the Helm weave for a while, and now you have made it so clear. That's from Kim.
Thank you, Kim. It is one of those weaves where people just, they get really stuck with it, and I think it's because people want to make chainmail really complicated. When you look at the chainmail masters, they want it to be really complicated so that only the elites can do it. And it really isn't, because I can do it. And it is that simple. And it's trying to find ways, and what will work for one person won't work for another. So I'm so glad that you've got it, and because you'll love it, because it, like I say, it takes the 2 different size rings. And it's not, we have chainmail weaves that are what we call ring hungry, where a lot of rings will make only a small section.
Small bit, yeah.
This is not ring hungry, so you don't need very many rings to make a lovely bracelet or a lovely flat necklace. And it goes like a bit of a curb chain because it stays flat, and it's a lovely one to hang charms off of as well, because it won't twist, it will stay as it is.
Oh, I absolutely adore. Thank you, Fleur. Doesn't she make it look so simple? Because it sort of is. So give it a go yourself. You've made it look so simple, even I think I could get on board with it. Now, after the break, we have got more from the lovely Fleur with a little bit of her Viking knit and a little bit more of this lovely chainmail. And also, after the break, not only do I have my trio of beautiful opal, but I've also got those cabs. Stay exactly where you are.
Topaz is a really popular gemstone within the jewellery making trade. It's traditionally thought as being a light blue, sky blue tone, but actually in its natural form, topaz is clear to yellow. Clear and yellow topazes are referred to as imperial topaz, whereas the sky blue varieties and also London blue topaz are heated to achieve these really desirable colours. Topaz is often coated as well with a metallic oxide or just simply metallic coatings, and these can give rise to many different variants of mystic topaz. These give a really lovely rainbow array when light hits them. Topaz is also incredibly hard, being 8 on the Mohs scale, and also has a good RI, so again it makes it perfect for being set in jewellery.
Did you know that every individual gemstone in our Gems of Distinction collection goes through a 7-stage intricate process to get from the rough to a beautiful bead?
It's the versatility. You can do anything with wire work. You can make very delicate pieces, you can make huge, great big structural pieces. You've got so many different gauges to use, and we've got the twisted wire, you've got all the colours in it. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, if you go on the website, the range of products you've got in the wire is phenomenal. You've got something for everything. So if you're doing very delicate jewellery, and you can make it so delicate with the 0.25 wires for wrapping, or you could do something like me with a big structural piece and you're using the 1.5 and the 1.25 wires for your frames, and then all the ranges in between. It's just, I enjoy it. I love it. It's fantastic. You can keep going forever, you can do whatever. There's nothing that you can imagine that you can't make out of wire. Not that I've found yet, anyway.
Hello everybody, welcome to Designer Inspiration. Thank you for joining us today. How's your day going? Is it good? What's the highlight of your day been so far, please? Ryan, what's the highlight of your day been, my love?
When you said hello to me this morning.
When I said hello to you this morning. Oh, you liar. I am joined today by the lovely Fleur. Hello, how are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
Get in there.
Get in there. You started on your wonderful challenge.
Yeah, started with my challenge.
Already. Flying away with that. Cannot wait. Now, lovely ladies and gentlemen, I have got low stock opportunity on these cabs. Last time I had cabs similar to this on Widow, I've got 80. That's it. That's all we've got. You're getting a huge amount, a huge variety, a massive amount of colour selection, massive amount of variety and usability, workability with these cabs at astonishing price. Do you want to have a nosy at some? Do you want to have a nosy for some? Are you ready? Because as soon as those graphics in, there will be... Get on the now, because Liam's going to put the graphics on in a second. So by the time you've... wait, hang on, I'll do it. 0800 644 655. Ring, ring. There you are. There are your graphics. Done. See, you're ready. So you have got a fabulous array of these cabs. Let's take a look at some of them. Just picking out some unique ones in shape and colour, aren't there? Right, hang on. Can I get my torch out? I'm going to. There is a triangle in this one. Hey, that'd go really nice with the Byzantine weave you've just done, wouldn't it? Especially with the colouring. It'd be gorgeous.
Especially what that the message was in about using it as a bead topper. You could use that little triangle on the top of that one.
Good plan. Some of these are huge. Some of them are dainty and delicate. Stodgy? Is that the word I'm looking for? Let's face it, it's not the most beautiful word I've ever used, but you know what I mean. Look, there's a nice... You see, this is quite slender at the sides. This one's got a bit of meat to its bone, doesn't it? And then look at the size of this one. Look at all that internal effects me tell you a tale. Let me tell you a story. Very well known hobbying store has got in at the moment Agate cabs, and I went in on my days off because I needed to buy things for my crochet. I went in on my days off and I saw the smaller cabs. Normally they do the 30 by 40 mil, but I saw the smaller Agate cabs. Of course, these are onyx, and generally we'll think onyx is more expensive than agate generally, but I found the smaller version, which must have been around this size. It must have been around this size, £12.95 for one. I know. Here though, I have got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. 53 I have. Of course, you will get a similar amount. You're definitely going to be getting 2,400 carats worth. So I've got 53. Can I just show you? You're getting some gorgeous little ones here. Look at that. How perfect is that as a ring? Isn't it? Or what about this one as well? That's a beautiful one, isn't it? So you can make some really delicate pieces, or you've got your big bold pieces as well, haven't you? That is beautiful, isn't it? Shall I show you? It has almost got, well, it has. It's, wow, it does almost look like retellation, doesn't it? Hang on, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I have these already and they are amazing. Such an amazing variety and so pretty. Stacey, you're right, an amazing variety, really astonishing. So I've got 53. Get your calculator out, Liam. I've got 53. I saw that wonderful agate cab for £12. In fact, it was £12.99. I don't know why I said 95. I'm used to our prices. For £12.99. How much would that be if I bought 53 of those? £12.99 times 53, which is what I've got here. Don't get me wrong, I understand that some of these are smaller, I understand it's not the same gem. £688 and 47 pence. Oh, don't worry, we're nowhere near that today. You're right, obviously. That would be astonishing, wouldn't it? Your price point today for all of this is just £24.95. That means that at that price point in the shop I'm talking about, you couldn't have bought 2 for the whole amount we have here. Ours work out not £12.99 each, ours work out 47 pence each. 47 pence each. What do you think of that price point?
You can't even buy a piece of plastic for 47 pence.
No.
And that's a genuine gemstone that's been hand carved and selected that section for that, you know, for that cabochon. Think, you know, even if you don't use them, I mean, I don't do wire work. No. I would have those on my stall to show what gemstones look like when they've, you know, as people can see them, because people just imagine onyx as black. They don't see the different colours as well. But even if you're photographing your jewellery, to put a selection of those and then place a piece of jewellery over the top of it, I think for that price as well.
I know.
You could even get 100 metres of wire, because I've been doing loads of that cheap. Just have a go at wire wrapping and just making some simple wire wrap pendants on that 10 metres of chain. You've got yourself there a lot of jewellery.
A lot of jewellery.
You could do your whole Christmas presents. Everybody could have one of those. My little nephew would like one of those just by itself without even having anything on it, you know, just to hold it.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean, just have a little look at.
Yeah.
You can use these with so many. You can use them for wire work. You can use these with your polymer clay. We've seen designer inspiration shows inlaying cabs into leather. I can't think of a medium off the top of my head that you couldn't incorporate cabs into in some form. So this is a multimedia piece. And one thing I would say is, have you ever tried something? Have you ever done something and tried to be cautious? So, for example, have you ever got or purchased one cab, made something with it, it's your first time working with cab, you've only bought one, you've made something with it and thought, oh, I don't really like that. So you have to then take it apart. You have to cut it off. And there's that horrible kind of sinking moment of doing it, because yeah, you don't like it, you'd probably never wear it. But there is that horrible moment of, I've put time and effort and energy into this, and now I'm just gonna destroy it. With these, you don't have to, because you've always got backup there. And it's lovely, if you are working with cabs for the first time, to have a look at your journey, isn't it? To keep that first piece that you made, which in 5 pieces time, you'll probably think is awful. You'll think, oh, remember the days, 2 days ago, when I couldn't do these properly. We have got loads and loads and loads of you on the phone for this. Congratulations, everybody. I've only got about 20 of them left. Yes, got them. Missed out before. More gems for my Christmas tree. Oh, Nicola, are you doing a Christmas tree with gems? Ooh.
I like that idea.
I like that idea. Ben, you haven't got a Christmas tree? He has only recently bought his house. Yeah, but what about in your flat? What about when you lived in other places? Did you never have one in your car? Eight-foot tree. I like that. It probably won't fit in your living room now. I've got to put up an amazing Christmas tree this year because it's the first time that my family are coming over.
Oh, pressure.
Pressure. Let's make it even more pressure by saying, is it just my mum and dad? No. 19 people? 19 people? I don't even own 19 chairs. People are going to be on my camping chairs and stuff. They are. Anyway, treat yourself to those. Congratulations, everybody. Turn this magical torch off. I have to be quick. 1 or 2 of those left. Yes. Okay, these are my favourite. I have been waiting for these. Before those graphics come in, I need to let you know that I only have 39. I also need to let you know that you have got 3 different varieties of this. And I also need to let you know that all 3 are natural. So already you can see the excitement, can't you? Look at my face. This is your triple whammy of opal, and what I need to say to you now is I've only got 39 opportunities. You have got such a selection. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Just this one by itself is phenomenal. Peruvian opal. Now, if you don't know about Peruvian opal, we're not looking for opalescence in Peruvian opal at all. That's not what we look for. We are looking, that's not what you get in Peruvian opal. What you do get is this gorgeous, almost encapsulation of nature. Can I put this up to my neckline because I need this? Oh, I feel like, I don't know, some sort of Egyptian princess. How gorgeous that is. Genuine opal, genuine real deal opal. Now, the lovely thing with this is, can you see areas in this that are just so much interest? Let me see, like in here. It almost, I always think, it almost looks like amber in some ways, because these aren't on the surface, they're encapsulated within them, which is interesting. And then you've got these beautiful, bold, impactful colours working all the way from your gentle peppermint all the way to your turquoises and almost your neon as well in here. That strand itself is stunning, and they're faceted as well. The one that we're working with, the graduation, is from around 4x1. Hang on, sorry, no, that's a lie. It's from around 11x10 to 34x12. Boy, oh boy. So we've got this one. I've then got your white. Thing that you're not going to be able to see is the opalescence in this. I'm not talking about the pinfire. That's not what we tend to get. I'm talking about the body itself has got the opalescence. You're just going to have to get it home to appreciate it. 30-day money back guarantee, though I doubt you'll need it. Look at this white opal. Whoa. See, I knew you wouldn't get it. I knew you wouldn't get it. It's such a shame. To you, it does look like a beautiful white gemstone, but actually what I'm seeing is the body of colour in here, which is a pink, a pale pink, a salmon pink opalescence that we've got in here. Come to me, lovely lady, if you don't mind, because it's always good to have a second opinion, isn't it? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And this section's here.
You just can't see it. I've just been watching on the screen and you can't see it, but you can see it there. That one's beautiful there, this one, these two.
Gorgeous, aren't they?
Stunning.
Shining away. What would you do with this strand?
I would maybe use it with one of the drop style opals that you, in the first strand. Yeah, just put one in the middle and have a few either side on chain. I wouldn't use it all together.
No.
Just have 3 either side of that. And then definitely a bracelet, like a watch style bracelet, 4 or 5 on the top of your wrist. And the largest ones, the biggest ones in the middle, 4 or 5 of those on the top, and then chain or chainmaille or macrame round.
Love that idea. Thank you, lovely Fleur. I love those ideas. So this is your gorgeous white opal, 100 carats from 6x4 to 9x6 mil for you today. And lastly, but by no means leastly, I can't even say if it's my favourite because I don't know. Is it? Fire opal, faceted fire opal. We have gone high up into the volcanic regions of Mexico to get this for you, and boy oh boy have we brought that fire back down with us. Look at that, lava-like tones bursting with power and colour and effect. Goodness gracious me, this is stunning, isn't it? 30 carats worth here. Now, how fab is it to have a bundle? So you know we're going to drop the price. You know we are, from what you're seeing now. You lot who have already come in and bought it, congratulations, because you know we're going to drop the price. But isn't it lovely to have a bundle whereby you get 3 different types of opal? You could create completely opal pieces. It is really rare, isn't it? Look at all these opals. I don't think you could get much further away in appearance, could you? But the interesting thing is, even though they look very, very different, they're actually all formed in exactly the same way. And I've got a slide to depict that formation for you. Is there any chance I could have that behind me? Is that okay? Oh no, sorry, I'm just being difficult now, aren't I? There we go. So this is where the formation starts. So this is your water table right here, and you'll see that the water table in the summer is quite low. These are all just cracks and crevices. This is in the crust of the earth, okay? And then we'll move across to this one. You can see that it's starting to rain at this season here, and that water table is rising. And as the water table rises, it will eventually, as we can see over here, no, over that way, sorry, it will eventually cover those cracks and crevices. And what happens is once the sun comes out, yeah, my arrow's in the wrong direction. Use your imagination. Once that water table drops, you'll be able to see that the sediment that is left over, because every time the water's trickled, it's picked up elements of silica-based substance and it's layered, the opal is left there. But as you can imagine, that takes millions of years to create. That isn't just one cycle of it, one cycle and it's done. As you can imagine, it's tiny, tiny elements, time and time and time and time again, over time, building up and up and up to create these. That's how they're all formed. But look at the variety you get. That's one reason I absolutely love opal. It's all formed in the same way, but look at the variety. Your opal showcase, congratulations to everyone who's on board with me with this. I love it too. Your price should be. That shows you the quality, doesn't it? That shows you the quality. You know, by the way, that with opalescence on strands, you cannot see it through the camera, generally, because the lights in here are so intense, and also there's lots of layers in the camera, and that blunts it out. So you will see more opalescence when you get it home. That is your should be price. Ask yourself this: if I made you a 925 necklace with all of these, because I'm nice, would you pay £52.85 for just that? I would. I'd pay double that. Would you? Oh, definitely. Just for this one. So already at that price, you've got 2 free strands in a way, haven't you? You've got your money back. You know I love opal, so you know that whenever I can, I'm going to drop it as low as I can. You know why? Because I want you lot to love it too. Your price today is not £52.85. You're not going to believe this. That is exactly £20 off. £20 saving. If I said to you, would you like a fiver off every single one of these strands? You would only be at £15 off. I am giving you a massive £20 back on this. Genuinely, it's because I want you to love it. I want you to adore it as much as I do. I want you to see the variety. I want you to get it home and see elements that you cannot see here in the studio. I want you to get it home and enjoy the quality of this. I want you to get this home and go, actually, do you know what? I see exactly why Becky loves it so much. And actually, I'm going to buy more of it more often because it is so beautiful. And I believe that everybody deserves opal. I always say this. It's not in the big four, and I know it's not, but I think it should be, because obviously I'm biased because me and opal, we adore each other, but the beautiful, beautiful opal, I would prefer to have a gorgeous opal ring than I would a sapphire ring. That's just me personally, that's the way it is. I think it has that prestige, but also I think it's important because people know the name opal, don't they? When you're younger, you'll know diamond, sapphire, ruby, you'll know your birthstone. You'll know opal, won't you? When you're young, it's got that prestige to it. Listen, ladies and gents, you can see I'm way into my last chance saloon. I'm at the bar now, which means 20 or less. I've only got 18 now. There is about 9 or 10 in baskets, so do check those out. Genuinely, congratulations to you all. You've got yourself £20 back in your pocket, and you have got so much variety here. You've got focal pieces, you've got everyday wear pieces, you've got high shine bedazzling pieces. Anything you could do with these. What would you do with the three?
Well, I love opal. My eternity ring is opal and blue topaz.
Oh.
And I forgot to put my wedding ring in. I was cleaning them this morning and I forgot to put them back on.
I won't tell.
But I mean, for $32.85, I'd pay that for the big strand, for the drops, for just that for alone. Yeah. I could say I would, with that middle strand, I would make it into a bracelet. With the fire opal, I think that in some earrings, so that it can move and it can dazzle. Yeah. That would, I mean, I like them together in the sections of colours, but I maybe do a mark on them and take them all apart and put all the red together and then all the orange and then all the white. Maybe intersperse the reds in between the bottom strand of opal as well and make the two opals work together. But it's amazing how one gemstone can have so many different looks about it.
Absolutely. 13 left, which is unlucky for some because some will miss out, but enjoy working with those. And you've got £20 back, so enjoy that as well. Now, lovely, lovely people, have you got some, I've only got 18 of these, so this is going to have to be quick. Have you got craft fairs coming up? Have you got that area, that stash, where you have just got so much stuff, your crafting room is starting to get messy? Have you got that? Fleur, do you have a crafting room?
I do.
Is it crafting workshop?
It's a mess. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It needs organising.
Oh yeah, absolute mess.
Yeah, no, I do work quite messily, but yeah, it's just a designated room with a lock on it so the children can't get in.
Oh, I love that.
Because I work with resin as well, it has to be locked away so they don't stick their fingers in it.
Stick their fingers in.
Yeah, mess about it.
Absolutely true. But it's true, isn't it? I don't know if it's just me or if this is just an excuse I have used since a child, but I'm a very creative person, and therefore for me, tidy and order just doesn't, it's not flowy enough for me.
It doesn't go together.
I don't think it does. I don't think it does. But boy oh boy, you're going to have a helping hand with this, aren't you? It is our storage hanger. This is going to go, I've got under 20 of them. You've got your pockets in here. You've got 3 pockets in the top section, and then as we go down, you've got your 2 large pockets here. And then it's not just one-sided, flipperoo. You've got all the Velcro sections on the back of this as well, which is hard for you to see because it's black, but you have lots and lots of Velcro sections, which is great for you to hang pieces on. Your price today is just £7.95. One thing that I love about this is, are you a craft staller? why don't you fill up these with maybe your bracelet pieces, fill up all of those pockets, and then, you know, when you go into a craft store and you've got all of your stuff and you're chugging along, this dead simple, it's just going to hang off something, you can tie it up like this. All you have to do then with all your bracelets at the front is that, front of your desk, or front, because a lot of the time we have tables, don't we? Front of your desk, all your bracelets in there you go. Because sometimes you do only get small tables, don't you? You only get, you know, a desk size piece, don't you? And if you've made loads of pieces, you might run out of space. Use every single area. Use every single area. Even use the front of your table to sell some of your pieces. $7.95 for you today. I've only got 14 of these left. Get it whilst you can, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Fab. What did you say then, lovely Liam? Nothing. Oh, we were talking about clasps earlier, weren't we? And we were talking about how your clasps are an essential and about how it's nice to work with high end. We were also talking about when we had those pearls, if you were going to put a clasp on it, it would be $9.25. And I've got that for you now. Enveloped in genuine 9-carat gold. Take a look. These are your wonderful lobster claw clasps. So, we'll all recognise them, but just in case you don't, this is your little hook to undo them. You push this one back, the mouth opens, and that is where you can attach the jump ring or your the back of your piece, essentially. So that's how the clasp will do up. And if I just move my tweezers, sorry, you'll see that you get a really, really sturdy loop there for you to put your wires through. So I have got 4 of these in total. You're going to be getting your price. That is wonderful, isn't it? That is phenomenal price, isn't it? For 4 pieces of genuine 925 enveloped in gold.
I would add $9.90 to a piece because it had a sterling silver 9-carat gold clasp on it rather than a silver plated copper clasp. So I would add that price for the 4 to 1 item of jewellery. I'd add nearly £10 for a sterling silver clasp on it.
Yeah, because it is special.
It is.
And it is something very, very special. And actually, I think even if you just add a £10 note for the extra special for just 1 of these, that's a bit of a bargain, because some places that you go into, well-known accessories shops, you can buy the, you know, copper base, can't you, with the plating over the top, around £6 for a pair of earrings, say. But if you get the 925 collection, even in those high street stores, like £30 just because it's 925.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think it's so well known though, isn't it? Everybody knows the sterling silver, and sometimes people don't realise how hard wearing silver plated copper can be, because everything's got its place. So some people say, oh no, I won't buy it unless it's sterling silver. If you make all your pieces up to sell and you put silver plated copper on them or gold plated copper, and then have those in a box, and then have a little note on your stall saying if you want to add a sterling silver clasp, it's plus £10 per piece. I think, you know, you make a lot of money back on those, definitely.
Can I just draw your attention to the screen, please?
Oh. Wow.
For 4.
For 4?
For 4, 925 enveloped in real, genuine 9-carat gold.
Gosh. I want those. This always happens.
Everyone always says that. This always happens when I'm on here. So that's what we do it for. $6.95. Hello everybody, coming in for these multi-buyers, left, right and centre. Do not forget, everyone pays the same. So even if you even if you bought these straight away at £9.90, you will just pay the $6.95. So don't worry about that. Clasp special. Ooh, I like that name. 95 gold plated. Congratulations, loads of you. It's a lovely name. I like that. Imaginative, isn't it? It is. It is informative. My producer Liam says. Sitting in Spain in the sun. watching a new app, which is fabulous, darling. Oh, we have got a new app. We have got a new app. I know we spoke to you a bit about it the other day. Yeah, we've got a new app. Are you enjoying it? It's good fun, isn't it? Have you been on the app?
Yeah, I downloaded it yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
What have you done on the app?
Because I couldn't remember my password for that store that you have to do.
Well-known store. Yeah.
I know. I was looking at things to buy and things like that on it.
Oh,
it's fabulous.
Oh, I hope sunny Spain is sunny. I hope you're having a lovely time. I really do. Do you think it's sunny at this time of year? Must be, mustn't it? It's sunny all the time there, isn't it? Sheila did say sunny, so I believe her. Oh, wait. I hope you sat there with a sangria in your hand. Oh.
A champagne sangria as well.
Oh, well, I have never heard of this before.
Yeah. Champagne sangria is beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Never seen them. Never seen them up north.
No. You don't get them up there.
No. Well, I might spread a new crumb. Yeah. Take a look at these because they are massive. Now, look at the quality of this. Look at how stunning these are. They are spectacular, aren't they? These are absolutely huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 genuine, huge citrine. This is your citrine. You've got 5 beautiful citrine on this strand. They are huge. Every single one of these is a centre pendant, isn't it? 'Cause look at the size. 28 by 17 on these. That is so phenomenal, isn't it? To get yourself 5 of these beautiful, eye-catching pieces, what would you be expecting to pay in other areas? Even if I said to you an absolute bargain price of just £10 per pendant, you could have £58 worth on here, couldn't you? With that quality, with that fire, look at the beautiful brilliance that we have got inside here. Look at that life, look at that fire. All 5 of these today. What if I said to you, you could get all 5 of these for, what should I say? What should I say? Just £10 each? That'd be all right, wouldn't it? That'd be all right at £10 each. Your price point today is not. It should be though. That's the price you will be paying in the future for this. But because look at the quality, you can see how wonderful that is. So already at that price point, for those 5, we're under £10 each. We're going to take it lower though. Your price point is just £39.95 for you today. For all 5, how much would that be for 5 then? Each, per one. £39.95 for 5. I feel like it should be really simple maths. £40. £7.99. Okay, how much would it be for 6? Or 7? Or 8? Or 9? Or 10? Or 11? Or 12? Or 13? Look at the amount you're getting on this entire strand. I have got 14 on my strand. 14, every single one of these, boom, focal point, eye-catching. Every single one of these is amazing. You're £2.85. Excuse me? £2.85 for these. What do you think of that price?
I love citrine, and I went onto a website looking for some citrine pieces, a big piece, and I saw them, and I thought it said, I think it was something like £7 something, and I thought that's all right for that strand until I realised it was for each piece. And it was they were faceted and they were lovely, but I weren't paying that.
No.
Just for 10, like, you know, you're talking nearly 80 quid. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
£80 is a lot of money.
And I mean, I think it's such a happy little gemstone.
It is, isn't it?
It really makes you smile. And somebody once told me that if you put a piece of citrine in your purse, you'll never have no money in it. So I do have a piece of citrine in my purse.
Yes, because it is meant to bring you prosperity, isn't it? Because actually, in some parts of Asia, shops will have a piece of citrine in their till.
Yeah.
Because they believe that it will bring them prosperity. Can you get over that? Look at these, every single one, individual pendants, working out under £2 each, ladies and gentlemen. That is astonishing, and you can see the quality, because look, you can see it shining the light through and onto my skin, and you can only see that in citrine of this quality because of the brilliance. £39.95, congratulations to everyone. Okay, sorry, I can't see that. Oh, the little charms. This is a really quick one because I've not got as many as you would like. These are your little charms. They're £9.25 and they have got the prong set form, as it were, of the citrine. Oh, you've only seen these once before. Aren't they beautiful? One thing I really want to show you, if you don't mind, just the inside section. Does anybody know that very well-known charm bracelet, named after some sort of box, you might say? I don't mean cardboard. Oh, sorry, so northern then. I've just caught myself. You know that well-known charm collection that you've got? These fit on to the base of your well-known charm collection, so you could add this to those pieces if you wanted. But I want to point out the whole of these is absolutely huge. You could get your 1 mil through here if you wanted to do them in wire. You could get your satin cord through here, easy peasy. You could get a few of your leather cords through there as well, actually. Really, really beautiful effect. There we go, let me hold this. There we go. They are extreme quality citrine that we have in here. Can you see how every single one looks almost like it's individually prong set in? Well, I suppose in a way it is. You have got so many of the gemstones in here, haven't you? It's so beautiful, isn't it? Your price point for 3 of these today will be £12.95 the next time you see it, or previous time that you see it, and next few coming weeks, next one time that you get the opportunity to have this, that will be your price. But we have asked management and they have allowed us to honour the launch price just for one show, just for now, just for this afternoon, because we are so sweetly. So here's your price point today. We were honouring the launch price, which we're not normally allowed to do, but we have asked. They gave us the A-OK. Your price point today isn't £13, it's just £9.95 for all 3 of them. £9.25 with genuine citrine all wrapping around this. What do you think of that?
I think they're just
good.
They're something that probably you would look at and think, oh, I don't know how to use. But if you, that pearl strand for instance, if you just put one either side of the middle pearl, just to give that little glint of a gemstone.
Yeah.
One in a pair of earrings as the top part of the earrings, and those Mobius, that, do you know the sterling silver jump rings that you did earlier that I said you could do the Mobius ring? You could have that as the connector onto the earring. So the first part of chainmail that I'm going to show you now.
Inspiration, it's that time already. What are we expecting, lovely lady?
Some Viking weave, some flat Viking weave, more to the point, flattened Viking weave, and a butterfly chainmail design, a chainmail weave called the butterfly.
Oh, I've not seen that one before.
It is, it's a very nice piece, it's a standalone section of chainmail. Not many chainmail weaves are standalone, so they can't just do a section of it, so that's what we're going to learn.
So we've got a massive amount of jump rings for you to get involved with today, both in the silver colour. Take a look. We have got really high quality. You can see how high quality these are because the close is just perfect. You have got all silver plated, don't forget, open jump rings. These are your 7 mil. You've got a whopping 200 of these. You've also got your 5mm as well. And these are the only two sizes of jump rings you've used to create all those pieces?
Yep.
Wow. So these are perfect for the butterfly?
Perfect for the butterfly, yeah, but they're perfect for a lot of weaves.
Yes.
You know, we can, as I go through, if I think of other weaves that you can do with them, I'll let you know, just so, I mean, you can do the Helm weave with both of those. I was just going to say that one, yes. You can do the Helm weave.
Learning.
Yeah, you can do the Helm. You could do the box weave with the bigger ones. You could do the Byzantine with the smaller ones. You can do Byzantine with both sizes actually. You're not limited to one size. And then we've got another weave called the double cross that I've done, which you do with the small ones. And then the European 4-in-1 is perfect as well.
Fab. So I've got 400 jump rings here, so I'll be able to make quite a few, wouldn't I?
Quite a few pieces, yeah.
Quite a few pieces. So those are your jump rings, 400 in total in those sizes. I've then got the wire. Yes. New wire. It is the new wire. Have you played with this before, or is this your first time?
This is my very first time.
How was it to work with? Because this is our newest member really to the wire family.
It does what it says on the tin. It's super soft.
Yeah.
It is really lovely, because I thought I wanted to do a Viking reef piece, and then when I saw the 2 gauges I was like, oh, maybe I would be able, won't be able to do it on the smaller tool, I'll have to do it on the larger tool.
Yeah.
As soon as I started to work with it, it weaves beautifully in the Viking reef.
It really does, doesn't it? It really, really does. This is our newer wire, and essentially what happens is in the centre of this we have got a slightly altered core, which means that it is soft to use. See how easy that is to shape? Isn't that so simple? Just with the only heat of your fingers. So it's still super strong because it's still a wire, but it has got the added bonus of that smoothness to it. So if you do have dexterity problems, or if you have been finding recently that perhaps your tension's going slightly off with your wire and you just find it a bit more tricky, do give our newest wire a go, because you will notice the difference, especially on the thicker gauges like this. So you have got here your 0.8 and you've got your 0.6. These are going to be perfect to use for these designs. So 20 meters worth in total. You've then got these gorgeous gems. I love the symmetry of the shape with these. You have got your really outstanding, all of these are the same shape. They are your beautiful, I'm so sorry, the reason I slowed down then is because I was just checking something. Has anybody noticed anything a little bit unusual about this strand? What's unusual? Ta-da! Double drilled gemstone. Double drilled. All 3 of the strands are double drilled. That is wonderful. We hardly ever see that. In fact, I've only ever seen that once, and I'm pretty sure it was on one of these strands. Double drilled. It means that you've got the opportunity to take your pieces to a whole nother level, doesn't it?
Yeah. With chainmail, some weaves end in 2 rings, and I was saying to Pip about the double drilled ones, and I said, oh, I'd love to work with some, and I couldn't believe it when I got 3 strands. I was over the moon. Absolutely beautiful, and the different gemstones as well. 3 different looks.
3 different looks. You've got gorgeous base luster with your agate. You're then going to add a little bit of the metallic with your beautiful lapis, and that quality is fab, isn't it? You can see the quality of lapis for a few reasons, but one of them is the dispersion of that beautiful kind of submetallic effect through the gem. So you don't necessarily want one that is really beautiful, overly metallic, and then one that's just plain blue. We're looking for an even speckle, and you've got that on this strand. It's cracking quality. Again, double drilled. They're all in your squares, and they're all 10mm. And lastly, but by no means leastly, your snowflake obsidian. Microscopic, tiny bubbles make up these areas. That's what they are. It's so named snowflake because every single one is unique and different, and every single one of these areas is unique and different too. 100 carats worth on that. Again, double drilled. So fantastic to be able to get your double drilled effect, not just for this medium, for any wire work. It means that you can literally draw your pieces out into 2 separate directions. It means I would love to just do a really simple bracelet, which was two of these gemstones at either side of your clasp, and then have leading out from it, because this would be your connector, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So you know you can buy the 925 connectors that say have the 4 different loops or the 2 different loops that you use for your torque necklaces, and you can have a multi-strand necklace then. You can do that with this, but with a genuine gemstone. You don't get that opportunity often at all. So let's reiterate, shall we? 400 jump rings in the silver, 3 strands of double drilled gemstones, lapis, agate, snowflake, obsidian, and our newest wire to the family is soft centre, 0.8 and your 0.6, 20 metres in total. Your price point should be, we're gonna go under £30 on this straight away, letting you know that we're going under 30, and I don't mean by a pound. Your price today isn't £38.60. Your price today is actually £22.95 for all of this, for the whole kit and caboodle. That is a dramatic price drop. Should have been nearly £39. It's £22.95 for you today. Genuinely, what I will say is, even if you're just getting it because you really want some more of our new wire, and you've never tried double drilled gemstones before, because let's face it, we haven't had them in. Well, like I say, I had 1 strand of double drilled gemstone the other day, last week or something, and it's the first time I've ever seen it. First time. So it's great to see them. So many would pay just that price just for the gemstones. But you've got 400 jump rings, and even if you're not buying it because you're into chainmail, everyone needs jump rings. Yeah, everybody needs jump rings to finish off their pieces. Yeah. And the thing I liked about these double drilled, well, the shape of the gemstones as well, is that you've got a larger surface area. You can actually see the inclusions on the lapis, you can see the snowflakes on the snowflake obsidian, and you can see the lustre on the black onyx. It's absolutely wonderful, really beautiful. Isn't it? Absolutely fab. Lovely lady, you've got a gorgeous collection here. We're going to be doing, it's a mixed media, isn't it? Yeah. So we've got some Viking knit. You have got the opportunity to get your hands on the Viking knits, and we've also got the jump rings as well. Half your stock has gone on the kit, so you've got to be quick. So we're also doing the chainmail too, so a beautiful mixed medium. Where do we have to be in our journey with this one to create, say, the butterfly effect? It's a beginner's weave again. It's a very simple weave. It's very symmetrical, as in most chainmail is symmetrical. So what you do on one side, you do on the other. So you can see, like with the Helm weave, once it's out lying on flat, you can see where the next ring goes because it will follow a natural progression. I see. And it's a beautiful standalone section of chainmail. There's not many chainmails, like I said, that will just be one little piece that you could pop in an earring, like I've done with those earrings. But with this you can. But with this one you can. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Where are we going to start with this? We're going to start with the Mobius ring, which is what I was saying about for the sterling silver, those 6 sterling silver ones. Okay. So talk to me about the Mobius ring. What does that mean? So the Mobius ring is a chainmail weave in itself, and it's what sits inside the butterfly. So if you can just look right in the centre of the butterfly there. This bit here? That's it there. I see. And what it is, it's like a vortex of circles. I get you. So it's like a knot, a knot of jump rings. Yes, I see. Okay. So we always start with one closed jump ring. And the way that I always remember this is I always hold it flat and horizontal to me, and you always put the next jump ring through at the same place. And there's a little foolproof way of knowing you've done it right. So as you go down vertically with your open jump ring, it goes down, and then as you turn it, it will create quite a well-known handbag, shoe, jewellery, perfume thing. So always make sure that you have this shape there, and then close that jump ring. Okay, so we've now got our 2 jump rings together. You slide them over the top of each other. Okay. And we get our next jump ring. And we go again, go down in the same way, down and turn, and again you have that shape. Yeah. Okay. And then you close. And that is your Mobius ring. And I did it last time we were on,
And you can carry on putting as many rings through that as you want. You can have 6 rings going through that, and it will just get tighter and tighter and tighter. And I've seen a lot of pieces that have a really beautiful big Mobius pendant. We just have like, some people can get like 20 rings through them. So yeah, as long as you keep going through the same side, the same area, it's no problem.
That's
and
so
it won't come apart. It is all connected together.
It is all connected as it is. Fab. Well, how easy is that? I've just learnt a new weave. Brilliant.
And it's so simple, and you only need 3. So like we were saying before,
95. So I could do a couple of pairs of earrings.
2 pairs of earrings, and then have it with that rondelle, that citrine rondelle. If you hang it up right like that, and then you put your rondelle
on top.
And then
earrings.
Add that to your earrings.
Done. Love that.
That's the centre of our butterfly.
Yeah.
So what we have to do now is we're going to do one side and then we'll do the other side. So we'll do one side complete and then I'll start again on the other side.
Okay.
So we're going to add 4 jump rings to the whole of the Mobius ring. Now you've got to make sure that you go through all of the jump rings together. So don't miss one of the Mobius jump rings out. And again, I'm going to do them in 2 pairs of colours so that you'll be able to see easier.
Okay.
Okay, so that's now what we have. So we've got our Mobius ring and then 4 jump rings off of it.
Okay.
Now we're going to split those jump rings into 2 sections. Okay, and we're going to add 1 jump ring to each pair. So on the gold pair we're going to put the red jump ring, and on the blue pair I'll put the green jump ring, and I'll hold it up again so you can see what I've done then, or maybe lay it down flat so you can see. So that's what you've got now. Okay?
Yeah.
Now if you hold it again, I always hold this and I try and get my finger through the middle of the Mobius ring.
Okay.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up, if you count the rings 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to pick up number 2 and number 3, so the 2 inside rings.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll get a different colour. And we're going to pick up, so the second blue and the first gold.
Okay.
Okay. And then,
single figures of the kit left,
and
so
then close.
do check out.
So that's what you have now. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we do on one side, we've got to do the same on the other side. So we're going to turn our work over, and now again that pink ring has to go on this side. So again, we pick up number 2 and number 3. Sorry, I got in the way. Pick up number 2 and number 3 through, and it doesn't go through any other jump rings, just those 2 in the middle, and then we close. And then you will have, always go back to your Mobius ring. So now you've got front and back a double ring on the pink.
See.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Now, the last part of the butterfly is, if I lay this down flat, I'll be able to show you where the sections are that we need to go through.
Okay.
So we need to connect 3 jump rings together. If I get my awl, I'll be able to show you the eye.
Okay.
So in chainmail, a lot of people talk about the eyes of the jump rings.
Yeah.
So our eye is here.
I can see.
Yeah. So it'll become more apparent when I put the ring through. So I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to go through. Which camera are we going to go on so I can show it better?
You like.
If I do it from the top, is
Yeah,
that okay?
yeah. Do it from the top, great. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go down through the pink one, through the red, and through the bottom pink. Okay. Can you see that okay? And then we're going to close that ring. And that will become a lot more obvious now when I lift it up. You can see what I mean. So it's gone through that eye there.
Yep.
So our next eye, if I leave it there, I'll be able to show you the next eye is there. Okay, through this section here.
Okay.
And then what that's connecting is the 2 pinks and the green in the middle. Okay, so it's going to go through there. And that is 1/2 of your butterfly done.
Okay.
Now again, like we said before, on the larger rings, it doesn't hold its form as tight as it does on the small rings that you're going to use when you're in, you know, when you've got the kit home and you make this up. So we're going to do exactly the same on the other side now.
Okay.
Okay, so just so if you didn't get it the first time,
okay,
we'll go a little bit quicker. So we're going to put 2. We'll start with our 4 jump rings again. And we're going to split them into our pairs. So then we're going to go, and I've mixed my colours. Look, I've got a red and a blue.
Oh no, we'll live.
Sackable offence.
We'll live.
Okay, and then we're going to link the other 2. So we get back to that stage. So we've got our 4 jump rings.
Yeah, I see.
And then that's gone through the 2. Okay. And then we're going to pick up number 2 and number 3 in the middle of our original 4 jump rings. And then once we've connected those 2, we're going to turn our work over and again connect number 2 and number 3. Now when I learnt this weave, this is the stage that I kept forgetting. I kept forgetting to turn my work over and put the jump ring through both number 2 and number 3 again.
Okay.
So you've got to make a little bit of a sandwich again. Okay. So then we end up with that, and then you can see there where your eyes are for where your jump ring's going to go. So that's 1 there.
Yep.
And then 1 there. Okay. Now even if you do this on tiny small jump rings, you can still see that eye, because what you're basically having to connect is you're having to connect those 2 rings that have gone through number 2 and 3 either side, and the centre ring in the middle. So in this case we've got to do the red, the green, and then the red.
The red, yeah.
Okay, and close. And then again, sorry, the red, the green, and the red on this side. And close. Now if I hold this out, you'll see.
Oh, I see.
It goes into your butterfly.
Oh, how
And that
pretty.
is your butterfly. Now you can connect, you can start again, then you could either do another Mobius ring and then start again with another butterfly. I liked it just by itself because I think it looks really pretty just as a standalone section.
It is very pretty. I love it in the earrings actually. I just love the direction.
Yeah, and with the earrings, because again it finishes in 2, what you need to do is just put 2 head pins in the bottom of the earring, make a loop at the top, and then connect it to the last 2 jump rings that have gone through the eyes of the jump rings, you know, the last 2 that you put on.
I see.
And that's how you connect those 2 to the actual gemstone itself. Just make little wrap loops, or just what I did find with these double drills is I find it very difficult to do a wrap loop because I couldn't get in because they're quite small, the distance between the 2. So I just did a normal eye pin loop, just a normal turned loop on them rather than wrapped them because I couldn't get my little chubby fingers in between to get them all around.
I'm just thinking with these, how cute would they be?
Oh, they would be beautiful.
Just because I love purple and silver together. Just imagine that. So instead of the agate, amethyst. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Because these are double drilled as well. How exciting is that? So this is coming with a beautiful strand of your clear quartz, and look at the clarity on that. Oh, again, double drilled. The lovely thing about having double drilled clear quartz is you can add any coloured threading material to this that you like. Would you like to spice it up with a little bit of pink? Would you like these to go nicely together and maybe you'll have a purple cord going through here? Because what I would say is, even if you don't have purple cords, this one has purple cords, just restrand it.
Restrand it
just pop it onto the other one. You can have that purple running through. Why not?
I do love clear quartz.
Why?
Because what you said, because you can put the different colours through and it goes with everything. And I think,
does.
do you know if you've got like half a strand left and you're like, oh, I haven't got enough to make a full necklace, what colours will go with it?
Yeah.
It's foolproof to put the clear quartz.
It's absolutely foolproof, you're completely right. You have got your double drilled double deal today. Your price point, shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's not actually our price.
Oh, is it not?
No. $19.90 is the price that you will pay after 9 o'clock though. Don't forget about that. Once it comes to 9, that's the price you will pay. But today, and for today only, use that code and you're paying just £14.95 for both of the double drilled gemstones today. Congratulations everyone. If you've never ever worked with double drilled before, now is your opportunity. This is our alternate colourway to the beautiful kit. 110 carats worth of the amethyst and 125 of the quartz themselves, and we're looking around 12 by 8 to both of them. £14.95.
And you know, if you've got some smaller seed beads, you can make a wave with them. So if you put 4 on the top and 3 on the bottom, and then 4 on the top, and it will wave.
It naturally waves, doesn't it?
Wave over the top. So as you go through both sides, it'll be,
just a cool little bracelet, or just a general.
What I forgot to say is I've got all this.
Oh look, you've got so many left.
Oh,
and you made loads of pieces.
Those pieces.
That's fab.
So I got all that left.
That's fab.
And like I say, you could have gone on forever and ever and ever with it.
You'd have to be quick because I think we've only got about 2 of them left. So do be quick on those. Lovely lady, where are we going to next?
We're going to show how to do the Viking weave. Well, I'm not going to show you how to do the Viking weave because there's lots of DVDs and on YouTube. Fabulous Laura and Rachel, and we had Steph Eddy, who actually designed this piece, this Lazy Daisy, shows you how to do the Viking weave. So I decided not to do that, but I want to show you how to finish it off, how I finish it off, and then how I attach the gemstones to it as well, and how I flattened it.
Fab. There is loads and loads of tutorials available to you online to find out exactly how to use the Viking knit tool. You're using the small one, and why did we go for the small one on this?
Because of the width of the gemstones, I wanted to. What I originally wanted to do is didn't put any gemstones on it, but I twisted the Viking weave as I was doing it. So I thought, oh, I'm not quite happy with that. So I thought. Then I placed one of the gemstones over the top and thought, oh, they would look really nice if it was wove onto it. So it was a bit of an accident how it happened. It was, but I chose a small one. I've got both of them, and I do like the large one. I love the large one for doing big flat pieces, but I didn't want the gemstones to look lost onto the flattened larger piece because it would go to like ½ inch rather than £1/4 inch.
Of course, this is your 1/4 inch tool. If you haven't seen it before, have a little quick look around it if you wish. You get a really great pack that gives you step-by-step instruction, and I think it's so simple to follow. It actually shows you step-by-step exactly how to use this. Can anyone remember when we had the creator of this in? When was that? Because it was our show, wasn't it? Because I did it with her. It was a couple of months ago. Have a little look. Stephanie Edney. She does a brilliant demo on this, but she was talking to us about how she kind of came up with the idea and how she wanted to create it and how she wanted to make it simple and easy for everyone, which is, I think, depicted perfectly with a step-by-step instruction because it is simple to use. It truly is. Step-by-step pictures. And you get all the sizes, etc. on the back. You've then got the tool itself. So you've got the stick itself here, which has got your entry points for your wire. You then get the daisy section. Now this is removable, and you take this off. As your piece grows, it will grow up and up and up and up. So you can create as many pieces at £95 for you today. A professional tool which is easy to use and creates gorgeous effects.
It is. I first started doing the Viking weave and I tried to do it around a pencil and a wooden dowel and everything else, because I do a lot of reenactment jewellery. I wanted to do it in the old technique of how they would have done it hundreds of years ago. And I got really disillusioned, a bit like people do with chainmail. Really disillusioned with it, couldn't do it. It wouldn't stay straight, it was going all funny angles, and the rungs weren't the right distance apart. And I took the plunge and I bought it, and my Viking weave was just perfect. As perfect as it can be straight away. It is really simple design and technique that creates such beautiful jewellery.
But stunning little piece of kit.
And
Easy
you can take
to
it
use.
away.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Carry
You
it
don't-
about with you.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
You don't need anything more.
Treat yourself to it now. It's the 19.95. That's it. I've got the larger one coming up for you in a bit too. This is your 1/4 inch. Lovely jubbly.
Okay.
So we've done our weave.
We've done our butterfly section.
Yeah.
And then we're going to Viking weave about, it depends how long you want it really. I wanted my necklace to sit collarbone to collarbone because I wanted the butterfly on the top of there. So I wanted to be able to see that and not get lost in people's hair or whoever was wearing it. So I did it just collarbone to collarbone, and then I put a butterfly weave on the top. Now when you're doing your Viking weave and you're going to flatten it, there's a couple of tips that you need to just be aware of. When you're adding in your wire, you always have to add in your wire to the same side all the time. When you're doing a normal Viking weave, it doesn't matter where you add your wire, because it will, as it gets drawn down through the draw plate, it will all close together and you won't see them.
No.
And Stephanie recommends that you choose different areas to put it in as you're going onto to do a bracelet or a necklace, so that it will find its own way inside. But when you squeeze it together to flatten it out, if you have all your joins all around, it will get a lump and it will twist.
So make sure you're adding at the same column every time.
Yeah, make sure you're adding it onto the same column. Now I did all 6 of the daisy loops on the top with the 0.6 wire, and it's still really flexible. It's not, if I take it off the daisy, I thought it would go really rigid. This is not being drawn through the draw plate at all.
No.
You need the maximum amount of width on your Viking weave to flatten it.
Yes.
So if you drew it through and then tried to flatten it, it wouldn't work because it would become too closely knit together.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, so I've just done a section here and I've finished off one end, and this is how I finish off my ends. Again, if you look on the YouTubes and Google, there's lots and lots of different ways to finish off. But what I do is I always leave an end on my Viking weave, and then I just sort of weave and gather the ends up together. So what I do is I go through and literally just pull
through the first layer.
And then you can see it just draws it down into a point.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Now I see a lot of people and different designers all do it differently, but this is just the way that I find helps me. It starts to go into a little point then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got it goes into a point. So if you're going to put a cone on there, it will fit easier into the cone, whether you make the cone yourself or not. Okay, so that was with the 0.6 wire. And then to make your section, your loop, so that you can add on, you need to use your 0.8 wire. Now this wire is beautiful. The only thing I wouldn't use this wire for is making jump rings, because it's too soft.
Too soft.
So it won't hold its shape as a circle. As soon as you open and close them, they may be all right for 1 or 2, but if you link them all together, it won't hold together. Okay. Now what I do is I feed this through the top of that cone, and you leave about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and then I bend. And now to secure this piece of 0.6, I wrap that around the short end that I've just bent, just once or twice, just to secure it on, and then just push it down with your nail. So now that can be clipped off because it's now secure on. I then twist both together, a bit like a bag tie, if you like.
Yeah.
Twist together, and then I clip the short end off. And now you've got your 0.8 wire attached to your 0.6 wire.
Brilliant.
Okay, just move those.
Yeah, absolutely fab.
Now we've got to make the wrap loop, because if you don't do your wrap loop now, you've got nothing to add. You can't attach it to your necklace. So I used my bail making pliers, but you can use your round nose pliers at the bottom, and you just basically pull it round, and this wire is so soft and so lovely and malleable, and I just wrapped it round twice. So now you've got your perfect circle.
I see.
And just give it a little squash.
That's fab.
With those. The bail making pliers are amazing. And then you can just pop it up right so that it sits nice.
Wonderful, so it sits lovely. Before you move on to that little bit, I'm gonna go a little bit off-piste here. Now, I'm going off-piste, but all will be revealed. All will be revealed. These are your coil cutting pliers. We were talking earlier about newbies, and we were talking just then about the wire and how don't use the soft wire to make your own jump rings, but you do want to with this. Talk to me about these wonderful, wonderful pliers.
These pliers will hold your coil in place while you cut them safely. If you try and just get your other half's hacksaw and try and hack away at your coil to make jump rings, it will only end in disaster.
Oh, it really
and your fingers will end up in disaster.
Absolutely
and A&E.
True.
So this holds the coil securely while you cut that coil. It's designed to be used with a jeweller's saw as well.
Yes, absolutely,
so
which you can get, have a look on our website.
And it fits nicely through the, you've got like safety grooves if you like, so it cuts through. Just make sure when you are using the coil cutter pliers that you only cut one side of your jump ring, and don't do what I did. Don't go all the way through.
There's no need for that, is there? End up with nice half rounds.
That's it. That's really nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with them.
What you do with this, very simply, is you get a selection of your loops. You will hold them in the pliers, as you can see here. So this is great because you can create whatever size loops you want, and you put them all in together. And then with your jeweller's saw, do have a little look on our website, you saw through one end, and this whole entire coil will pop off onto your blade. Actually, it's quite unusual to see, and we'll create these perfect looking saw cut jump rings. Now, why is that important? Well, we gave you earlier the opportunity to get your hands on the tool that created the jump rings themselves, and they're to be cut, aren't they? So you cut them with your flush cutters. Saw cut, though, is a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
Yeah, saw cut. When you cut jump rings with your side cutter pliers, because of the, have we got any on there? Let me just,
right at the very, very front. Right at the very, oh yeah, you got some there. Yeah.
Because of the way that they are designed, they've got a triangle. They make a triangle cut, so you've got a flat side, and then it's like beveled in. So you've got this triangle side. So what that will create on one side of the wire is a flush cut, and on the other side it will cut a triangle cut. So if I just use a little bit
a piece of wire, you can see that.
So
you've got a flat cut there.
So that one's flat. It's probably you probably can't see it very well. But one is flat.
Can you see that one is flat and then
one's got the point. So you can see the point glimmering there. And then the other one's completely flat. If that was in a jump ring, that wouldn't go back together.
No.
Because the point wouldn't sit flush against the flat. So if you're just making jump rings just purely to practice with, it doesn't matter.
No.
But if that was a jump ring to go back together, it would scratch in that piece of jewellery, and it would look unsightly because your closures would never go back.
And never go exactly where you want. That's what you get with this. Your price today for your wonderful jump ring coiling pliers is just £19.90, or is it? No. Or is it? £19. What do you think of that for these pliers?
Again, it's like the jump ring makers. They're never going to break. Well, if you're careful with them, they're not going to break. They're really well made. They haven't got a use-by date.
No.
So you can buy them at that price. You save yourself a lot of money making your own jump rings.
Very true.
And you can get your own colours and your own sizes that you need. So I think for that price, even if you use them in one necklace, you'd soon get your money back. But, to have them, and they are invaluable for just making. If you don't do chainmail, if you just need a couple of jump rings to finish off a necklace or a bracelet, it doesn't have to be just for chainmail.
No, absolutely.
It can be for any jewellery medium.
Any jewellery making medium you want. So £19.90 is good. That's not actually the price today. Your price today for these beautiful professional tool. Don't forget it is professional, not just for your chainmail, for your wire work, for your just general making. Anything you need jump rings for. Your price today is not £90.90. Your price today is actually £14.95 for you today on these. And wait, has anyone noticed anything here? I haven't shown you that. Why? Because at this price point, it's free. You're getting a free gizmo with this, free gift with this purchase, £14.95. You're not paying a single penny for this, and this is imperative. Oh. This is what we need, isn't it? This is how we use the gizmo, and that's how you create the coils. The coils which go into this, which you can saw through.
Perfect combination.
Perfect combo.
Yeah. Absolutely perfect.
No matter what you're doing, whether it is your chainmail or just your general making, this is going to work. Yeah. Brand spanking new. Free. Wait, management's walked in. They've said that price is wrong. Scotty Belotti Bean, have you just walked into the gallery? Of course he has.
Wow.
Free already. We know that. Free. Go away. Yeah, I'm angry about that. Ooh. And then we're taking money off this as well.
Well, they're half price now, if that's free, because that wasn't nearly half price.
So normally, for both of these, we're looking around £20. It's £10.95.
Well, I'm not very good at maths, but that's an amazing deal.
That's at least 49% off, isn't it? Yeah. Hello, lovely ladies and gentlemen, everyone coming in professional to so many tutorials, so many demos of exactly how to use these. Go onto our YouTube page, you'll be able to see the demo. Actually, it might even be on our website, you know. Do have a little look. £10.95, but actually, the instructions are so helpful, you might not even need it. If you've got a saw for things like your perspex, etc., get your hands on them today. You buy this, we give you money back, and then you get this for free. Rude not to. £10.95 for you today.
And we're going to use the coiling gizmo.
Well, that's exactly. You remember I led you astray then? Do you remember I led you astray and said, bear with me, I'm going to play this for a reason? Remember? It's because we're using the gizmo coil now.
And that gizmo coil in that one with the 2 rods, that's all Rachel ever used to use before the other ones came out anyway. So all her amazing jewellery was only made on those two rods.
Absolutely.
So I used the thinner rod.
I did it for a reason.
I used the thin rod in that gizmo, and I made. Let me just measure it quickly.
Yeah. So this is you get 2 rods with the gizmo, and this is using the thinnest rod.
The thinnest one, and the thick one is really good for making small jump rings as well.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So I did about 3-4 inches of the gizmo coil, and again in that 0.6 super soft wire, it gizmoed beautifully. And then we just feed the gizmo coil. Let me just move these tools out of the way. See, this is me going back into my creative messy room. So what I did then is I fed the gizmo coil onto the 0.8 wire, and then you have to just push it up with your thumb and your finger, but then if you just turn your work, don't try and bend the wire around the work, try and turn the work around the gizmo coil, it will naturally follow
the
shape and go around, and it covers that end of the Viking weave that we don't want anybody to see. So some people will put cones on, you can make the cones, and on the end of your Lazy Daisy tool is your cone making section. So they design this section on the end a little bit like a Wags Y cone, so that you can make your own cap ends to go over the top of your Viking weave, and that fits over, and on the larger tool as well, it's obviously bigger so that it will fit over the larger Viking weave.
Here it is, a large one indeed. This is our 1/2 inch. Now, the 1/2 inch is a corker. We had a workshop on the other day, and one of the ladies who was in the workshop was in the shop, and she came in, and I was trying to spell binding, me and her, having a catch up, having a loss. She went, I'm really sorry to interrupt. I've never, ever done Lazy Daisy, and I really want to give it a go. She said, Laura, which one would you suggest starting out with? And Laura said, straight away, didn't have to think about it, the large one. Start off with the large one. As a beginner, I would go for this one because it's less fiddly in some ways, isn't it? You can do a larger amount of your pieces because of the daisy itself. So let me show you in comparison. Have you got your little daisy? So this is the 1/2 inch daisy that is up on your screen now, and that is your 1/4 inch daisy. So you can see there's a big difference here, not only in the size, but in the amount of wires you can use on them both. So this is the one we're working with now. Much bolder in size, really, really much bolder in size as well. So all of these today, you're getting the large 1/2 inch tool for just £24.95. It's great if you start it off and you find it a little bit fiddly. It's great if you small first off, because don't forget, this is the newest one. We've not had this in very long at all. It's great for you to give it a go. Maybe you tried that small one, you thought, oh, I'm too frustrated, I can't do it. Why not give the big one a go to create these looks? £24.95. Congratulations to everyone getting your hands on that.
And you can still do really fine Viking weave on that, because it will draw down on a draw plate. You can get it through the smaller ones as well. You can. And because you don't have to use every hole. You can use every other hole. You can use a thick
plate, and then I'll let you carry on. When we're talking about the draw plate, this is what we're referring to, and you've got the opportunity to have it now. The plate itself, as you can see, it's a measurement device, and you've got all these different size holes. Now, these are imperative for your pieces, because essentially what we'll do is you will draw them through each one, starting as large as you can, so don't go straight down to a smaller version, going as low as you can to as small as you want it. So even on the big 1/2 inch one, you can go right down to the tiny, tiny, tiny effect one, right down to the smallest one. So it means you get the effect you want. But it also means that it's work hardening the wire itself, which gives you a beautiful, even finish, which is another reason you need the cloth. This is your conditioning cloth that is so important to use for this. Essentially, it's literally as easy as this, isn't it? Yep. You pop the on over the top and you'll just give it a little bit of a roll, like so. It's as simple as that. Now, why is that so important? Well, it rests it all down. It sits it all in place. Those two pieces are what's going to finish off your designs and what is going to give you that professional look, isn't it?
Yeah, I always roll my work before I draw it down. Yeah. Like you just said, Becky, don't go for a small hole straight away, because you will ruin the rungs on your. So you'll ruin all your rows of your Viking knit, and then it can twist. And twisted Viking knit looks beautiful, but if you want it nice and straight as a standalone piece, you want your rungs that you've fought so hard to keep them all straight on your lazy daisy. You want them to stay straight, because it's heartbreaking. And when you draw it through really slowly, because if you do it too fast, you can twist the wire as well, and you can also distort the rungs as you pull it through. So you want to draw it through nice and slowly. An important thing to say is, don't just draw it through the hole once, do you? No, you've got to go at least twice, haven't you? Twice through. And always go from the front where the measurements are, because it's slightly rounded and beveled. So on the back it's not as beveled, but on the front, so always start from the front, always go from front to back, and then round again. Time and time again. And then work down. So don't go, well, it's gone through that one very easy, so I'm going to go down to here. No. You've got to follow. You've got to go through a couple of times. Yeah. Each time through twice. Back and forwards, back and forwards, making sure front to back. Yeah. And what I did when I very first got it is I made just small sections, about 6 inches, like bracelet length, and I drew it down, and I keep those as a reminder, and I've written down how many times I drew it through, and you can see. So I know if I use all 6 rings on my small lazy daisy tool, that I can get it down to about, for my liking, 1/4 of an inch, and it makes a nice men's necklace. Okay. If I wanted to go a little bit further, I know if I use 4 sections of the lazy daisy rather than 6, I can get right down to the bottom. The bottom holes as well. Oh, good. So have a play with it. Have a play with it. Enjoy it. Your price point today is just £9.95 for both of those. What do you think? You definitely need it. You can't do without that, unfortunately. That is in the Viking weave. And then what we're going to do is I always go around with the bare wire without a coil on it once again. okay, so that it's going to anchor it in place. And then cut that wire off, but leave a little tail of about 1 centimetre. And the way that I finish it off is I took that little centimetre end back into the weave. It won't come out if I just turn it. Sorry, I dropped it. So all I do is I just tuck it in and fold it down. And now there's no sharp edges at all on your Viking weave. Okay, I always try and make sure that the two ends, so the front and the back of the coil, end in the same place, because that's going to be the back of the necklace, so nobody's going to see it. So the front will be the 3 sections. That's nice. Right. Yeah, keep spreading everything out.
Don't worry, you're a creative, I understand.
Now, you could make this, you could keep it as a nice round Viking weave, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to flatten it to accentuate the squares of the black onyx. So find your rung, your row with all your connectors
Connecting pieces, yeah.
Okay, and what you have to do this quite slowly. It's very simple. If you've got dexterity problems, I haven't, but I find this quite simple and quite soft to do, but you may have to ask somebody to help you to pinch it. And all you do is just literally start at one end and just pinch it together. And what you're going to aim to do is just pinch it flat all the way along. Just working around, okay? And then go again at the top. Now what you don't want to do is you don't want to go too thin with it, because if you squeeze it too much, then you'll distort those rungs as well. Okay? And that.
So just gentle.
Yeah. And then just lay it down flat. And again, just squashing it. Okay, that's and then beautiful. All I did was just shape it. So use your finger like that, and just shape it into a necklace piece.
Is that gonna harden it?
Yeah.
So it's going to work harder?
Yeah, it'll work harder.
And will it work hard in the centre? I know this sounds silly, but you know the centre, the wire, is it going to work hard in that too, where you're not pushing it that hard?
No, you're not pushing it that hard. Okay. As you've weaving it around as well, that'll work hard in it anyway. And then all you have to do is stitch. Either stitch it with the beading thread or with your 0.6 wire.
Go through them?
Yeah. So your 0.6 wire goes through.
Don't forget these are double drilled.
Double drilled. And then all I did was just stitch them on the top, and then added my butterfly chainmail piece off the bottom.
Off the bottom section. And that is as simple as that, isn't it?
It's as simple as that.
That is so, so beautiful. Just finish off with a little bit of chain. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Doesn't that look really super duper high end? I think, anyway.
And it's quite a structured piece, I know, but it's quite nice to wear, because I did wear it after, because I don't like making things that you can't wear.
Yes.
Or that's uncomfortable to wear, or is heavy, or won't sit properly. Which is why I didn't do the Viking weave all the way around, because it didn't sit properly. I did try it to start with, but it didn't sit properly. But I think Viking weave is so many, like chainmail, there's so many things you can do with it, and it's such a versatile piece of, like, the wire work and the tools that you use are absolutely fabulous.
Oh, good. I'm glad you had fun with it. I've got some questions for you, if that's all right. Oh, bear with, we're just bringing it on screen. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. It's been lovely, hasn't it? It's been a lovely day. Don't forget that on your screen now is this one. You buy this, we take money off it, you get that for free. Hi Fleur and Becky, hello Stella, you alright? I really struggle to use the Coil cutting pliers. The loop keeps moving around. Have you got any tips? Thanks for a fab show. Stella, it's only for you, no problem.
The Coil, I think if it's the Coil, yeah, they can spin around a little bit. The more you use it, the better, the easier it becomes, because sometimes you can squash too much and it will crush the coil. If you don't hold it tight enough, they will move as well. What you can do when you're cutting jump rings on more of a machine, if you like, with a handheld, like a Dremel type, is you can put sellotape on them so it doesn't spin as much. You could try putting a bit of sellotape on there just to wedge it in, and just like I say, it's just practice all the time, unfortunately, and you'll get to a point, a little bit like the Viking weave with the tension as you're weaving. start with, you'll be too tight or
sorry,
too tight or too loose, and then all of a sudden you'll get your same tension. And it's the same with those. It's the amount of pressure that you put on the ends of your pliers to hold that coil still as you're cutting them.
I see. Good tip. Thank you very much. I hope that helps, Stella. Just a bit of practice. Just make sure you're holding it nice and hard. Beautiful. Lovely jubbly. I've got another message for you. Fleur, you are fabulous. I have done all your demos and drawn the pattern as you've described it, and I am delighted to announce I can chainmail. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. And that's from Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. That's wonderful. I'm glad that, because a lot of people do get frightened of chainmail. They think that it's an advanced jewellery technique, and it really isn't. It is simple. It's just, if you can knit and crochet, if you like following a pattern, it's not very good if you like to do the random things.
Yes.
But you can do some nice random beadwork either side and just have a nice chainmail section. And it can be very feminine, because it used to have a stigma of being just a masculine, but obviously with it being armour. But I absolutely love it.
So much you can do, isn't there?
Yeah,
there really
I
is.
absolutely love it.
Fleur, your designs are gorgeous. Your demos are so easy to follow. Thank you so much. We're heading over to you in a bit for your challenge. Okay. How's it going?
Yeah, it's
it's on its way.
It's on its way.
It's going.
It's on its way.
So do join us after the break, because I have got for you some amazing deals on last chance gemstones, and we get more from Fleur. See you in a moment. Stay where you are.
Thank you to all of our customers who voted for Jewellery Maker to be nominated at the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards. We've been nominated for 8 awards. Please continue to vote for us to win by going to the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards website and registering your vote. Voting closes on the 27th of November.
This week, Jewellery Maker has an exclusive offer for all our customers. Our pick of the week is a fantastic bumper pack, jam-packed with silver-plated copper findings, including jump rings, eye pins, wire, chain, lobster claw clasps, shepherd's hooks and much more. You're also getting beautiful gemstone strands of amethyst, apatite, clear quartz and labradorite. All of this for just $44.95. To get your hands on this amazing offer, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Rose quartz is just so pretty and feminine, so it's really easy to put it in jewellery. And another one like amethyst, you know, people recognise it, people know it. There's a lot of lovely myths and legends behind it as well. And I think you can put it in bridesmaids jewellery. If you mix it with colours like amazonite, it looks really pretty, really classic. I just think it makes soft, summery jewellery, and I like that about it.
Rose quartz is a gemstone which I love in equal measures, firstly because of its myth and legend, and also because of the way that it looks. The myth and legend of the gemstone, the fact that it's the gemstone of romance, of partnerships, the gemstones of friendships as well. The way that it looks, the quality that you can get from Jewellery Maker is superb. We seem to get that really, really fine balancing act of colour and clarity. We seem to get that mixture just right. It's a fantastic gem, and you can get it in some amazing carat weights as well.
Welcome back, everybody, to Design Inspirations. My name is Rebecca Redican, and I am joined by the fabulous Fleur today. How's it going today, Fleur?
Loving it.
How many shows have you done now, Fleur? Remind me.
About 8, I think. 7 or 8. Yeah.
Enjoying it still?
Yeah, I love the designer inspiration
Why
shows
so
as well.
much?
Because I have more time to and more time and more scope to show what chainmail can do, so that I can make more people love it as much as I do.
Share your love. That's how I feel about opal.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. I want to share.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining me. I have got some amazing price points and astonishing quality gems for you. Just enjoy this gem for me. Wow. Look at the quality of this amethyst. I love amethyst. It's my birthstone, so I'm very, very lucky. I also adore it because of the myth and legend behind it. It's known as the gem that is said to dispel drunkenness. And there's a couple of reasons for that, actually. There is a few reasons for it. The first of, possibly the most well-known, I would probably say, is the fact that in Greek mythology, there was a tale written about Amethyst. Now, she was a young lady who took the attention of a gentleman called Dionysus. Now, him himself was the lord, the god of drunkenness, of parties and going, you know, enjoying yourself and having a few bevies. And he fell head over heels in love with this gorgeous Amethyst. And sadly, she did not feel the same. So he was so furious over this that actually what he was said to have done was let go his pack of lions. He let go the lions and the tigers to go and attack her, to go and get her. Now, Diana, the goddess, saw this was about to happen and saw that his pack of tigers and lions were about to get Amethyst. And what she did was she was said to freeze her in the state of clear quartz so that she would be protected in memory. So Diana turned it into a pure block in the exact same statue form of her own self of clear quartz. And what is said that as he understood what he'd done, as Dionysus realised the error of his ways, he was said to have run to the statue of her that was created from quartz, and he began to cry, and he cried tears of wine. And that, it said, was what coloured this perfect encapsulation of her body from clear to a beautiful, deep, rich purple. And that's where the origin said to get its name from, because of course the lady herself is called Amethyst and this is called amethyst. But in kind of more recent times, as it were, let's say, and in more factual times, many would say as well, this was actually used as a ploy, let's say, for your guests. So back in the days of yore, it was said that lords and ladies would throw epic banquets, huge banquets, to have all of their friends and family around. And they said that at these, you know, very ornate occasions, that what would happen was they would invite people and do deals. They would do their business there in you know, the state of merriment, let's say. And it was believed that the lords themselves would have their goblets that were being passed around to the guests. They would have their goblets made out of this gemstone. Because what happened was, as you poured wine in, obviously you could see the wine, but as you poured water into these amethyst goblets, it would give the appearance of wine. So that meant that the lords throwing the party would add more and more water to their glass. Everyone else would feel like they were taking part in the merriment, when actually they were staying completely sober. Everyone else was getting slightly tipsy, slightly squiffy around them, which meant that the lords who were throwing the party had all their sensibilities aware to them, which meant that they were able to take advantage, as it were, in the deals. So there's quite a few ties to this gemstone to that. Whatever you believe, whatever the myth, legend, lore, tales, I think it's safe to say that this is a beautiful gemstone and a stunning quality of it at that. Your price point today is amazing. This is a £40 strand of amethyst, or is it? We're taking the price down. We are going to take the price down of this. That's the price you've always seen. That's the price you've paid. Look at the quality whilst we drop that price. Get ready. Look at that quality. Look at the clarity. Look at the brilliance. Your price today. £32.95. Should have been a £40 strand. It's £32 for you. What do you think of that for this amount of quality?
I've not seen amethyst with that much clarity.
No.
It looks like it could be set into like high-end pieces of jewellery.
Oh, definitely.
Next door in gems. It looks that kind of quality.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a real delicate colour. Very, I did a 1920s show, a morning show, and that with some pearls would have been beautiful.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Especially with those grey pearls that we had earlier.
Oh yeah, they were lush, weren't they?
They would be lovely, because I think silver and purple go, well, it goes with every metal colour. But I like silver.
I'm like you, I'm a silver and purple kind of girl. So there you go, price slash for you, £32.95. Congratulations. Now, if you like that gemstone, I'm going to give you some statement pieces now. In the amethyst, for the beautiful statement big bowl pieces, I'll show you the jewellery that we've created with this as well, lovely budding beaders. This is your beautiful bright amethyst. Carats wise is 470 carats worth. I just want to draw your attention to the facets on here. You've got the rectangular facets that they follow the, oh, can you see that? They follow the swerve of this gem. They're not just flattened, they have got that twist to them. And they're around 30 by 20 mil. But then I'm about to add some black striped agate. Goodness gracious, Mother Nature, you are astonishing. I'm sorry, I'm laughing to myself because, is it just me or does that one look like a panda? So it does, doesn't it? Or like a sad dog. You know those Dulux dogs? There's his nose and he's kind of like his eyes like, ooh, do you see it? Anyone else?
Yep.
Yeah, good. But that goes to show the variety of this. You can pick out pictures in there, you can use your own imagination. Loads of them on here, isn't there? These are massive. Around 41 mil. Get this, 1,000 carats. 1,000 carats on this strand. Your price point for both strands today should be £26.90. However, today is just... Wait, that worries me, Liam. Liam just went, I'm thinking, hang on. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So I don't know what this price is going to be now. But it's going to be a good one. £17.95. Wait. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 I've got on mine. 25 in total on both. So how much is that, Liam? No, 17.95 divided by 25. Because that's how many gemstones I've got. I just wonder how much it is because they're huge. That 72 pence a piece. Stop it. These are faceted. The work that's been put into these are beautiful natural gemstones. These are the real deal. Imagine just having one of those on a piece of leather cord. That's amazing, isn't it?
For people like me that don't do wire work and cabochons, they're beautiful, but I haven't yet worked out how to use them. Because they've got the drill hole through them, I can anchor them with the wire and then wire work around them. So for me, as a beginner wire worker,
faux cab,
it makes them so much easier to work with. And you've got still got the size, you've still got the beautiful facets, but that drill hole for me makes it easier for myself
Absolutely
learning.
agree with that, definitely, because it gives you that opportunity, doesn't it? I just want to show you that these have got clarity to them. Isn't that beautiful? And I also want to show you, look, they're totally different on both sides, aren't they? So you can pick which side you want and really highlight it, or you could even, if you are going to do it on a simple, you know, just one as a simple pendant, front and back. Got two wearable pieces there. Working out pennies per one, I can't go over that price point. £17.95. Congratulations to everybody getting your hands on that today. Lots of multipliers on that as well. Does anybody want a little bit of luxury in a really gorgeous, I want to say, mini, imagine a Fabergé egg crossed with the 40s, because that's what I think you've got here. Have you seen these, Fleur?
No.
They're gorgeous. I think you'll really like them. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like these are your style.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Spaces. What do you think of them?
Oh, they are gorgeous. I wouldn't use them as spaces, I'd use them as the centre point to earrings and necklaces and bracelets.
Oh, that's a really good idea as a centre point. You have got, have a look. You've got your copper, so the base of this is sterling silver. And then the colouring to this, here are my tweezers, thank you lovely Sam. The colouring to this is your copper. So these are genuine 925, and then can you see this? This is your copper here. So you've got a beautiful mixture here of your 925 and that copper. You're actually, these are quite large, aren't they? They are 11 mil. Let me have a look. Let me hold them like that as well so you can see the drill hole. Got the drill hole there, super large. Do you see what I mean about kind of a mix between the 40s or the 20s with a Fabergé twist?
Yeah.
It's got that look, hasn't it? It really, really does. You're actually getting 5 of these, which is fantastic. So you can make yourself a few pairs of earrings and still have a matching bracelet piece, couldn't you?
How big's the drill hole in them?
Oh, it's absolutely huge. You could easily get a 1 mil through there, probably even a 1.5, but don't quote me on it.
So you could macrame around them.
Oh yeah.
You could put a cord through that.
Oh yeah.
And just have it, even if you had on that new Zari thread that we've had, you know, the thicker metallic thread.
Could.
Just one on that.
Yeah, easy peasy. They are huge. All 5 pieces of this, they're absolutely beautiful. I love the price. For you today, it's not £12.95, although that is a wonderful price point. That's the price you've seen. We know that. Up until £9.95 for all 5 of them today. What do you think of that price, lovely?
9 for 5? Wow. Again, with those, do you know lobster claw clasps? You could put a head pin through those and use them as a little charm bracelet. You know the famous charm company that have things on lobster claws? You could use those for that.
I love the idea. Use them for that. Congratulations, everybody. Oh, I've been a silly sausage. That's what my director said to me. Oh, we forgot to show you these. These are from our previous bundle that we bought. It will be on the bottom. This is by a lovely budding beader, and this is by Sarah, these pieces here. Aren't they gorgeous? Amethyst used beautifully. Kind of macrame wire it almost looks like, doesn't it? These are the pieces. And then, oh yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Imagine in these spaces here, the beautiful copper and sterling silver metal spaces that we've just brought to you at £9.95 instead. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be good? And these ones are by Sarah as well, the gorgeous Agate. Oh look, she used a gizmo there. Oh, got any of that gizmo bundle left? Probably not. A couple. Be good if we did. That gorgeous gizmo coiling. Thank you for those, lovely Sarah, they're beautiful. So congratulations everyone coming in for that multi-buyer, £9.95 for you. Where are we going next, lovely? Am I right? Yeah. Yeah, the only issue is I don't actually know my left from my right. It takes me a bit of time, which is hence my Oh yeah, so we both can't do it. It's good. I have got for you now a really relatively new chord to us. I think it's so funky. Have you tried the paracord? Have you got the paracord tool? How about having a go with this? Because I think you'd be able to get a gorgeous look. This is, can I catch the shine? Super duper high shine. It's really high shine that we have on here in your monochrome colour. I absolutely adore this cord for so many reasons. Sorry, let me just try and, I need to find the end of this. There it is. The reason I suggest the paracord is because there is centre cords in here. Have a look. Which of course we know for your paracord, that's important. So you have got the centre in here, and then you just cover that up. So it's very similar to paracord in the appearance of it, but you've got that gorgeous high shine. I adore this because it's a beautiful, unique appearance, because it has got almost a patent leather effect to it. But look also, do you know what I love? If you turn it in opposite directions, can you see that texture that you get in there? So I'll flatten it out, that's flattened, that's smoothly nice. You have got 10 mammoth meters worth of this. Your price point today for your jewel colours, £7.95 for 10 meters worth. I'm trying to work that out. That is astonishing. That's working out at around 79 a metre, isn't it? Because if you think about it, when we go into your stores, those stores where you pay for things by the metre, things like your satin cord can be around that price, can't it?
About £1 a metre.
About £1 a metre, just for your satin cord.
A nice ribbon.
And a nice ribbon, This stuff though, super, super durable, super large. Going to create gorgeous female and male pieces with this. £7.95 for 10 metres. That's astonishing, isn't it? I love it. Congratulations, everybody. Now, let me grab you a little treat. And when I say little, it's an understatement in some ways. It's an understatement for the quality and the amazingness of this gem, but it's not an understatement when it comes to the quantity. I've got 8. Genuine ruby. Isn't that gorgeous? The quality is outstanding. Do you know that the largest ruby that was ever cut and made into a shape was called the Liberty Bell ruby, and it weighed 4 pounds? And it's in the shape of a bell, it's the Liberty Bell shape into it. And it was around, wasn't it 8.5 thousand carats? 8,500 carats this piece was. I say was because it got stolen. 2011. So if you've seen it, please return it to me. You have got here that beautiful archetypal red, haven't you? You have, just imagine for a moment the archetypal beautiful ruby colour, and you've got it here, haven't you? 25 carats worth of your gorgeous gem. Let me pop it down for you because I just need to show you the quality of this. People are coming in for this already. Have a look at the quality of this. This is your big 4. This is of course your connoisseur's choice. This is your big collection piece. You're getting natural ruby with clarity. That is such a rarity, as I'm sure you well know. When we're dealing with ruby, we say that around 99% of all ruby on the high street is treated. 99%. When you think about it, that is an astonishing amount, isn't it? Around 99% currently. It used to be less than that. A few years ago we suggested that it was about 95%, but now more recent research and studies have shown that around 99% of all ruby on the market is treated. So already, to get yourself a natural gemstone like this, you are going to be in around the top 1 percentile of anyone in the world to own natural ruby. If that's something that's important to you, now's your chance to get your hands on this. It's stunning quality for a stunning price. For you today, it's just £37.95. And your mouth has just dropped. I know. Look at how bedazzling this is. Do you love it?
I like ruby anyway.
Yes.
I like the red. I like red as a colour. It's my favourite colour. And I didn't used to like rubies as such because I used to think they were too dark but they were always not proper rubies. They were sort of like fake rubies, you know, the simulated rubies. I just thought they were too dark in the red, a bit garnety. But that, when I saw a proper ruby, when I started to watch Jewellery Maker and saw the actual, it's like a pinky red. It's really beautiful. It complements your skin tone.
You're right.
So, and they sparkle.
Serious sparkle, isn't it?
There's on that a famous jeweller. Oh, he's doing some beautiful little bracelets, and all he's doing is like a little section, about 2 inches of gemstones on a chain.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
And that's
and they're hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
And you could get 3 or 4 of those kind of bracelets out of that with
Easily.
a real chain.
Easily. And even if you just paid that price for one, you'd be making your money back, wouldn't you? Congratulations everyone getting that. It's absolutely exceptional quality. You're getting yourself an heirloom and a treat at just £37.95. Congratulations. And as we're talking about chain, I have got that chain here for you. We could add golden chain. 10 metres worth we've got here. Let me just grab the end because I want to be able to show you it. This is your Figaro style chain in the gold. When we talk about the Figaro, what we're talking about is the design of it. So you get the 5 mini swiveled loops adjoined to the elongated loop there for you. It gives you a really eye-catching piece. And it's fab for things like your charm bracelets, because on certain chains, as I'm sure you'll know, it can be pretty tricky to get through a jump ring or a head pin. But in here, you've got the extended section, which means that at regular intervals that you don't have to count and worry about, you have got a very easily marked, very easily designated, and very easy to do purchase point for something like your charms. At 10 metres worth of this today, it is around 3 by 2 on the small ones to 7 by 3 on the elongated ones. It's a beautiful, serious amount. Your price today will be £37.95 next time you see this. Today though, we're bringing it to you at an astonishing price drop, purely because we can. £29.95 for 10 metres worth of this gorgeous, gorgeous chain. This is your copper chain, and it's got that real gold placing over the top of it, and it's just £29.95 for that price. What do you think of that, lovely?
The best thing about those reels is, like you say, it's a continuous 10 metres.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of things. Gemma Crow did the body chain that goes over the top of a dress. You couldn't do. Well, you could do it with 1 metre sections, but you'd have to have a lot of like connectors together.
Yes.
Whereas
so true.
with that, you can carry on in one continuous piece. And chain, you'll always use chain. I've got like drawers of just like 1 or 2 little gemstones, and what I do with them is I pop them on a head pin, pop them on a chain, and do you know when my daughters goes to parties and you have to give them a little present,
little trinkets to take.
I give them those or let them play with it. Chain is one of those things that you will always need in your stash.
I completely agree with that. Totally agree. And one thing I would say is, at this time of year, for things like your presents for your friends and family, you need chain, don't you?
Yeah.
Also, with the chain, 4 little trinkets, great for your wedding gifts, aren't they?
Yeah, favours. Yeah.
Great as your wedding favours. Brilliant. If you're trying to keep costs down in your coming wedding, or if you have your own boutique or whatever it may be, and you want to keep your costs down, getting it in bulk like this, as opposed to the individual 1 metre strands, is saving you money, as you can see there. 10 metres worth for £29.95. You won't see that price again. 10 metres worth. Unlikely to see that price again. We had to ask for it. we had to ask for it, so you're very unlikely to see it again. £29.95. What did you say, lovely man? Did you get the kit? If you did, how about adding this to your order? Because we know it's only £2.95. We've already ordered something because we've got the kit. May as well, rude not to. Especially as it would go so well, because it's the same gemstone. Your blue marcasite. What do you think of this? You've just done the face.
It looks like a galaxy. It looks like when you go to there's a space centre in Leicester, and you can look up and see that all the stars and the constellations. That's what that looks like.
I know exactly
it's like a
what you
starry
mean.
night.
It does. It's kind of that very Van Gogh effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful. I love it in the blue.
Yeah.
I really, really do. It looks like lapis after a lot of caffeine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like hyped up lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli which has just gone, do you know what? I'm not sparkly enough. I've not got enough gorgeous lustre to me. I've not got enough interest. Oh, I'll have a brother called marcasite. Oh, strange story, but you know what I mean. It has got that feeling to it, hasn't it? You get so much interest. It's interestingly, marcasite is regularly used by the big designers as a diamond-like accent. It's used as a diamond-like. Obviously, they say that it's marcasite, but that's what it's used for because the lustre is so unique. It really, truly is. You've got around 460 carats worth of this here. These are your 12mm rounds. If you've never worked with marcasite before, I would genuinely say, do it today, because your price point is just It was $7.95. We all saw that, didn't we? It was that price. It was meant to be that price. We took the money off. We've taken £1 off. I see for no reason, but we have. £6.95 for you on this today. I would honestly say to you, if you've never ever bought marcasite before, well, now's your opportunity because it's $6.95. But also now's your opportunity because it gives you a feel like no other. It is a mixture. You know when you touch a gem and you feel it against your skin, and every gem has a slightly different feeling, doesn't it, in a strange way? You know, your quartz is going to feel very different to, say, your pyrite, because the weight's different and the coolness is different. This is a beautiful mixture. It's almost got the feel of an organic, but it's got that deep effect, lustre of that gorgeous iron, hasn't it? Honestly, the feel of it. And look, this is the one from the first kit. They'd go well, wouldn't they? Because they're both marcasite. You've got the red and the blue.
And do you know what, they're not faceted, but they've still got, like, because I think the gold glints that's in them, the golden accents, that's glinting like they were faceted.
I know what you mean. Do you know what you mean? Plenty of you coming in with this. Hello everyone, multi-buyer as well. Do check out your baskets, everyone, if you get the opportunity to do so. Doesn't matter how much it is. It doesn't matter how much it is in the sense of how many times you check out, because it's only $2.95 for the whole day. The whole day. And that doesn't always happen, does it? I'm sure you've all shopped online websites, and some places will charge you per item. There's a very well-known one which is named after a river. We also have a gemstone, very similar in name, and they charge you per item. Shh.
I bought something from a shopping channel last week, and it was $7.99 for the postage, and I saw something else that I wanted, and I thought, oh, I'll just pop that in as well, thinking that I'd only pay $7.99 once. They charged it me again, so I cancelled the whole order.
No way, did they?
£15 for two, and they weren't very big things either. I was
cheeky.
Yes.
$2.95 for the all day. Doesn't matter if you only buy one thing or everything you see. I do love the idea of postmen kind of with massive amounts of goodies, just dragging them up to people's houses. Where are we going, lovely man? Oh, they're nice. They are nice. Oh, these are a double whammy of effect. Gorgeous colouring, but then it's got that coating on top, hasn't it? It looks like it has. multicoloured coated quartz here. It has got that rainbow coating on it, hasn't it? Look at those. They are a rainbow, aren't they? They are like big gobstoppers of gorgeousness, aren't they? Do you know what they remind me of? They remind me of something Willy Wonka would make, don't they? Because there's that over the top, beautiful colour with this interesting internal effect, with that beautiful bubble-like coating on there. So, so pretty. 670 carats worth of these. 16 mil on them as well. Means they're really, really useful. Really, really workable. What would you do with these? Because they are pretty large, and I'm sure that that might make people think, some people think, oh hello, what am I going to do with them?
I bought those. We did some last week in just clear with that coating on, and I bought them to go on my Christmas tree. Because I'm just going to hang them on some coloured wires and just hang them on the Christmas tree, and then when they're finished I'm going to make them into jewellery. So I'm going to have a double
Oh, I love that.
But those, to me they look like Easter eggs.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The Easter eggs, and you get them all in a basket. But no, again, you could pop one on a head pin even, do some macrame around them with all the different coloured cords and different kinds of cords that we do. They would look stunning. And you can, I mean, it's one of those strands as well, you can leave all the colours separate, or you could like take the blues out, take the yellows out. It's a very functional strand because it'll go a long, long way. Because I probably wouldn't do a whole stretchy bracelet in them all because it would be a bit too chunky for me. Some people would like that, but I would use one as like a focal point, and then use a different strand or different colours, because you've got every colour there that goes with nearly everything we've done.
Your price today should be. That's not going to be the price. Today, we're dropping it down low. We are honouring the last price you saw on this. Today, for you, it's just, whoa, it's not £8.95. Your face. If you don't mind me saying.
I want those.
I want those. They are fantastic, and at that price they really, really are wonderful, aren't they? Because if you want to use the colours as they are, all this array, then you absolutely can. But you could just take off all the greens, you could just take off all the reds, all the purples, all the pinks, and use them individually. Use them separately. You could use them as you liked. At £8.95, to be honest, I don't care how you use them, just get your hands on them at that price. For the carat weight you're getting, that is astonishing, isn't it? 670 carats worth we have there. And it is phenomenal. Love that. Now, I'm about to bring to you some labradorite. I really like faceted labradorite. I think it gives you a double whammy of effect. Just before you look at it, let me remind you that the lights in here are very impactful. They hit the gemstone so hard that you will lose some of the labradorescence, so you won't be able to see as much as I can see. I'm just pre-warning you of that already. Have a little look. I've only been seen once before, is it? 120 carats worth we have here. See, it's hard for you to see. There's a little bit there. Do you see the blue then? See the flash? It's hard for you to see due to the lights in here, but we have got 120 carats worth of this beautiful labradorite. Graduated step cut drop. So that means that you've got the graduation in size from around 10 by 6 to 17 by 8, which is great. It makes it readable. You've then got the step cut, which I always think is a really beautiful cut because you can keep it really vintage in effect, but you can, if you want to, give it a little bit of a modern feel because it's almost got an industrial aspect to it with that cut. Your price today, should be £17.95. How many shoulds have I said today? Someone needs to start a tally because we have had should be prices all over the place. £17.95 for you today. Your should be price is that. It's taking it down though today. £12.95 for you, £5 back in your pocket. Why the heck not? Labradorite is a beautiful gem and lovely, lovely Fleur. I know that with your reenactment pieces that you create, when you give people the offer for their commission pieces, this is the biggest seller, isn't it?
Number
really?
one, yeah.
Number one.
Everybody will always pick labradorite. Then moonstone, anything that's got that optical appearance that it gives different colours within it, they pick. But that is the one that everybody chooses, labradorite.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Because it's mystical, it's magical, it's enchanting.
Yeah. But it's got it. You wear it in the house, and the you know, your lights will show some, and then you go out into the sunshine, and it absolutely comes alive as well. So yeah, I buy it every time it's on. I buy it every time.
Every single time, and we've given you £5 off. We've given you £5 off. How's about something a little bit special? Moonstone, because that's got an element of the spectacular about it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this is going to be described as peach. It is. Peach coloured moonstone. I'm thinking that because it's more of an apricot or apricot, depending on how you say it. I know quite a few people who say apricot, thank you. It has got that gorgeous, gentle tone to it. Can you see the quality of this? How unusual is it? Genuinely, there's so many of these giving you Schiller, even through the TV. That's unusual, isn't it? Because I know you watch a lot at home, don't you, lovely?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I do watch a lot. And yeah, lucky enough to come here and see them in the flesh. And they do look completely different.
They do actually, don't they? Get them home.
They always look better. Yeah. Get them home, yeah.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Take them outside.
Oh yeah, always take your
date.
gemstones on a date. Yeah, always take them on a date. 90 carats worth of your peach moonstone you've got here. It's a beautiful twist of colour because it's great for this season, isn't it? You've got that autumnal feel, but also it's almost got a touch of the sunshine about it as well. So it's going to work all year round, multi-seasonal, isn't it?
Lovely with black.
Why are you saying that?
Black gemstone, because it would really pop that colour.
You're right,
would really come through.
Works it as a base, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Stunning. Your price point today for beautiful strand of peach moonstone is just... What do you think of that price?
Get both those strands for just over £20.
Oh, I'm going to make it even better.
Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah? Oh. I loved your face then, Fleur. There was, oh, are you? How exciting. And then you just went, oh, tut. £8.95. This is literally what Fleur just did. She went, oh, are you? Like it hit her. Oh, I can't get these. £8.95. What do you think of that?
I'm really happy for everybody that's got them, but I hope there's one left.
That was a big but, wasn't it? That was I am happy for people. However, £8.95. Lots of you coming in for this. Congratulations to everybody who gets your hands on it. What is it about Moonstone you like, personally?
Personally, I love the story behind Moonstone. I don't know if you know it. In Indian mythology, that one of the Indian gods threw down the moon. They tried to put it back, but some got encapsulated in the stones. And for me, doing reenactment jewellery and things like that, they all like the stories that go behind the gemstones. And I love mythology anyway, myths of gemstones, and like the one with the amethyst and everything. I think if you've got a little story to tell about, just a little, a little myth about one of the gemstones, it really helps to sell it as well. Or if you're giving it as a piece, that you've put the thought in and you've done a bit of research behind it. But Moonstone, again, it's that magical quality, like the labradorite. And it gives you so much more than just a gemstone. It gives you like two different angles.
Really does. It's spectacular, isn't it? £8.95 is your discounted price today. Check out those baskets if you want it. Oh my gosh. I love these.
Ooh.
What do you think?
Ooh, yeah.
Do you like?
Yeah.
Oh wow, these are my marcasite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the double drilled lapis in the second kit.
Oh.
Because then you could make it a real chunky collar and have that in the middle.
Oh yeah, that's good. Or what about with some Iolite?
Yes.
Iolite would be nice, would it,
yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, I love Iolite.
Oh, I like that. Sorry, I forgot that I was here for a moment then. But I'll be honest, this gemstone does that to you, doesn't it? Because honestly, this is a strand to inspire, isn't it? It is truly an inspirational gem. Inspirational for so many things. It used to be, oh, so much loved. Michelangelo, the artist, used to work with this gemstone. And the reason was because back in those days, it was available for you to get a multitude of colours for your paints, but not the blue. If you wanted your blue tone, all you had to do was you would get the base for your paint and you had to actually crush up this gemstone. So in those huge ceiling pieces, in those huge canvas pieces that we've all seen, that blue was created with this gemstone. And that is why so many big high-end pieces that were commissioned by lords, ladies, royals, battle scenes and family portraits back in those times would always have plenty of blue in, absolutely plenty. And that's because it was kind of a way for them to show off, because they were working with the most expensive colour and people would specifically ask for extra amounts of blue. So sometimes, have you ever seen some pictures of that era that are, say, your battle scenes, your battle pieces, a big warrior man stood in the middle with, just like you, Ben, just like that, Ben, yeah, ooh, warrior man. Him stood in the middle of a field with, little battlemen around him. Have you ever noticed that in some of those ones from that time, there'll be over half of the canvas taken up by sky? A lot of the times the proportions are off. It's not lots and lots of land and just a little bit at the top. It's quite a lot of it. And that is because in those days, whoever would be commissioning that piece, whoever would be generally the standing person in the middle looking all strong, he would commission them to have extra blue put in to the painting to show off. To say, look how much money I have. You know that this is the most expensive paint in the world. It is. Look at the amount of sky I can afford. Look at this. I love that. But it's a true story. So when you do see these pieces of that time, you will most certainly recognise the beauty and the quality of them, of those paintings, because most artists of that time couldn't actually even afford the blue, so it was already having to be created by someone very, very highly regarded. Every single one of these is unique. Can I just show you? If I show you this one, is it just me, or does that look very similar to a peacock tail? Doesn't it? It's almost got the eye in it, hasn't it? Oh, Ben, I've never seen you look so chuffed at one thing that I've said. Literally, he's sort of on the camera, itching. Doesn't it look like a peacock? His little face just lit up. It does, doesn't it?
It does look like a peacock.
It does. It looks like a peacock tail feather. You're absolutely right. You have got those beautiful effects in there. You really have. And then look at the shiller of that one as well. Isn't that absolutely spectacular? The quality of this is standout. The history behind it is astonishing. But every single one of these is a pendant piece, isn't it? They're all central point pieces. They're so big you could probably even do a tree of life in front of some of these, couldn't you? They're so seriously statement pieces. On my strand, it's important to point out that I have got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 on my strand. You'll be getting around 9. You'll definitely be getting 230 carats worth. So if I am giving you this today for under £35 for that amount, for this quality, you'd be happy, wouldn't you? Should be price. It's not going to be that price. We have kind of had a should be hour, haven't we? We really, really have. It should have been £35. It's £10 off for you on this today. That is wonderful. Every single one completely unique. Every single one completely different. Every single one totally unique. Bold in its appearance. Gorgeous in its state. Unique. Individual. What do you think of these?
Can you remember the first piece that I made on my first show with you, and I used the polystyrene head and you didn't like it?
Yes, I can remember. Very well. Yeah. Scarred for life. No, I do remember, yeah.
I would use them in a headpiece like that, just one in the centre.
Yeah, you did that gorgeous chainmail piece, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just that one in the centre. I think you had
centre.
lab in it, didn't you?
Yeah, labradorite and moonstone, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But I would use that just in the centre.
That's a gorgeous idea.
I think that would, with some gold, with the gold chain, you wouldn't even have to chainmail it, you just gold chain, lots of chain all around it, lots of drops of chain. And show-stopping piece, that would be.
Show-stopping pieces, you're so right. £24.95, £10 off, don't mind if I do. Oh, this would go well. Ben, what do you think of this?
It's fabulous.
No, Ben, the joke you always say in my ear.
Oh, I like that.
Silence. I liked that a lot. This is your beautiful blue shaded Iolite. Look at it. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Fleur, come here a second. Right, hang on. Look how pleochrysmic that one is there. You see it's gone gold and then it goes blue.
I never knew that it did that.
Yeah, it's pleochrysmic gemstone.
Oh, and that one there.
Yeah? Yeah. Do you love it?
Oh, I like Iolite because the Vikings used to like it, so it helps me with my reenactment pieces.
Absolutely. Vikings, big fan. Yeah. Big fan of this gem. They did actually, speaking of the Vikings, they used to use it as their navigational piece, and that's due to the pleochrysm. That's why they could do it, because it's pleochrysmic. Yeah. So essentially, what they would do was they would have a piece of this. Stop doing impressions of Vikings in my ear, please. It's very distracting, especially as one of them doesn't sound very Viking at all. Oh, let's go into battle. Oh, we're going into battle.
It was a young Viking.
A young Viking, of course it was. Sorry, I'm such a muppet. But the Vikings did used to have this on their ships. This is back in the days, of course, when, you know, lands were still undiscovered and we had, you know, they probably thought the world was still flat in those days, didn't they? So they used to have this on their ship, and what would happen due to the pleochrysm, now pleochrysm means that you get a mixture of colours depending on the light. So as the light would move, they would be able to see their location for the colour of the gem. So they'd only have one piece. See it when you get home. See it when you get home. But when you do get it home, you'll be able to see that in different areas, as you turn it, the colour changes in appearance. That's what it appears to do, because it's pleochrysmic. And that is what the Vikings used to use it for, and that's how they used to use it as navigation, because they'd know that, oh, if the light was shining in this direction and the gemstone was this colour, I'm going in this direction, and they were able to map exactly where they were going. And actually, that has been checked. That has been checked because there was a gentleman in recent-ish years, and he actually put a piece of Iolite in his cockpit on his plane. He was a gemologist on his plane. And stop it, it's you. And he was able to navigate himself his plane, so it does work. Your price point today for this gorgeous strand is stunning. Just £11.95, and you can see the pleochrysm in this quite well, can't you? Yeah. You really can. You often can't. Sometimes you can't, especially when it's kind of the opaque variety, but this is such high quality, you genuinely can. I wonder if, hang on, let me see if I can, I doubt highly they'll be able to show you. Not really. Maybe a little bit on this one. Are you seeing it's like denim, but then it goes gold. Can you see? Here's a bit of a golden point. That's pleochrysm. Right there. £11.95. Congratulations, everyone. 80 carats worth of your Iolite. That's stunning. Really workable. Where did you say, love? Okay, on this side. Ooh, we are doing you some head pins. Oh, I love these head pins. You'll understand what I mean in a minute. Genuine love these because they've got the love hearts. Oh, look. Aren't they adorable? This is your wonderful head pins. They are so, so spectacular. Now, some people have asked and sort of said, oh, I really like the detail on head pins, but how do I show them off? Well, the thing is, if you do things like your macrame bracelets or even just your charm bracelets, you actually have the head pin facing the front quite a lot of the time, don't you? So it's lovely to show off on pieces like that. But I've got to admit, I quite like them just because I feel like it's a little bit of a secret for you, especially if you have them in a pair of earrings and you know that as you have the gemstone placed on here, you'll just be able to see, which is what you'll see from the ear, from the side. You'll be able to see this flattened detail, which is ever so delicate with your gem on top. And only you will know that actually underneath it's got that beautiful love heart. I think that's such a lovely detail to have about it. But also, like I say, if you do have things like your macrame bracelets, you can have these pointing upwards. The length on these is 53 mil, so that's the section down here, 53 mil. That is wonderful, because if you want to do huge, big, bold chandelier earrings, or if you want to make really nice charm bracelet pieces, then you absolutely can. Today, price today is just £6.95 for you for 100 of these. That is an amazing price point. And if you are getting ready, for things like Christmas, your craft fairs, if it's coming to a busy time of year for you, then treat yourself to these at £6.95. Why not treat yourself? Life's too short. Loads of you coming in for this. Hello, lovely ladies and gentlemen. You're all treating yourself to these today. It's great to top up on the essentials, isn't it? It really is, especially when they have these beautiful heart details. I'm thinking, you know, about just getting a real thin strip of leather. Oh, in fact, I don't think I'm here. Hang on, I'm just trying something out. This is just for me, this isn't really for you, but... Oh, yes! Now, I don't want to big myself up, but we've got none of the cord left. The black and white one. But look, imagine all of these along, I've just poked it through, that's it. You put a loop on the end, all of those along there, you're gonna have a heart studded bracelet. You could just have loads of them going across. How cute! And then you've still got the length of this to do things like your rosary link chain. Oh, use your imagination. Over to you now, you lovely lady. How did you find your challenge?
I loved it. The square rings are just, like I said, they give another dimension to all your pieces. Obviously, chainmail takes a long time to do, so I haven't done that much chainmail, but I've done little sections. I did the Mobius and I put 4 rings in those just so you can see that they...
Look at these. This is the Mobius, which we learnt earlier on.
Yeah, the one where you just link the rings together.
How high-end does that look? Doesn't that look gorgeous?
I just used 2 gold and 2 silver and just went through them. You can go through again and again, you know, like I said before, you can put more and more through. And then the necklace, I used just a box weave to go through, and with that I used the largest rings that were in the pack. And then just to prove that you don't have to do chainmaille with them, I just put some on some of the zari thread and just knotted them on and just used them just as like an accent to a bracelet, just as a centre point there.
That is a great way of using them.
You don't have to use them as chainmaille. They don't have to be, you know, they can be across the board.
Absolutely. Just to let you know, the reason, normally with the challenge we'll bring all the info in back for you, but they did sell out, I'm sorry. But these are just to give you gorgeous ideas, aren't they? Really, really beautiful ideas. So this one is just that, the Byzantine weave, the box weave, isn't it? Yeah, the box weave to create this look. And then it's quite interesting because people often ask, how do we finish off the pieces? So on this one you've just added...
Yeah, the ribbon cord ends, and on the bracelet I managed to get 3 pieces of ribbon of the zari silk through one of the ribbon cord ends. So well, I know that we do sell some ones that are larger, so you can get more strands through. But these are the ones that come in the kits, and 2 of those pieces go through, and you can usually get 2 or 3 pieces of the satin cord as well. But I love this. I've crocheted with this zari thread as well.
Have you? Yes. Oh, I need to do that. Does it look good?
Amazing. It looks like a big metallic cuff, and then I've sewn gemstones in and out of it.
Oh, I love the sound of that. Oh my gosh, I'm so crocheting when I get home. I
love crocheting.
Oh, I love.
It's my mum's fault. 2-hour course, and now I'm hooked.
Oh, hooked. We are. I've got Maggie on Monday. And then Prue coming up on Tuesday with us, just giving you a heads up. Prue Mahimo with, you know, Q Mahimo with Prue Mahimo. Lovely lady, when are you on with us next?
I'm here on Saturday for Alice and Terry's Y-work course, and I can't wait.
I'll be here too. Oh, we can have a catch up.
Yeah.
What Y-work?
Yeah, I'm doing her Y-work sculpture course. So I'm so excited because me and Wire don't get on, but I'm hoping to like it by the end. I'm sure I will. And then I'm back on the 1st, Designer Inspiration on the 1st of November with some...
Are you? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Do you know anything important about that day?
1st of November?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know whose birthday it might be on that day?
Whose? Is it your birthday? No.
Sort of.
Is it?
It's the mid-show's birthday on the 1st of November. So wear your favourite party dress.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant. I have balloons and things like that and streamers.
Isn't that really exciting?
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah. So that is on the 1st. So we will
get
wait.
Dressed up.
Yeah, get dressed up. We'll have hats, etc.
Yes.
We have got all of that. Thank you so much for today. Take a little nosy at this, why don't you? Ooh, Superstar Buy coming up in the late show for you. Look at the amount. How many? 10 strands. That is absolutely exceptional amount, isn't it?
What about saving over £60 on sapphires, Becky?
Don't mind if I do. Do not mind if I do. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. You have all been fab. We have sold out on quite a few of our products, but if you are watching at night, always give it a go, because you never know, sometimes people don't check out in time and things like that. So do give it a go if you've seen anything you love. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on Monday with Marvellous Maggie. Have a lovely evening.
Jewellery Maker is your one-stop shop
for all your jewellery making